Triox, please.
Yes, I can hear you. Hey,
Oh,
what's up, dude?
oh, there you go. Now you're talking. Good.
Yep, cool.
All right,
Awesome.
chat. Can
Yes,
you?
MLP stands for what do you think it does?
Ah, cool. So, kindly, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but we do Juri Ultra Combo Double. Whatever character Ultra Combo Double. That way we can talk about both Ultras.
It's fun. You know what? I think Juri actually is one of the few characters in the
Yeah,
game
I
that
think
can
that she's
actually use
actually,
Ultra Combo Double.
I think she's the best at Ultra Combo Double.
Yeah, because you don't lose any damage from Feng Shui. So,
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. All right, so
yeah.
we're gonna
So I'm not gonna
try.
lie. I haven't
Oh God,
stacked the people like the ones that you've done before.
you haven't what the ones I've done before?
Like the little short lessons, like these things. I haven't watched how you done it with other people
Oh,
before.
okay. Well, basically, I'm gonna. Oh man, I hope it's a little less laggy as we go on. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through all our normals and stuff, and we're gonna basically list. And we're gonna do normal specials, supers, whatnot, ultras, super ultras, and we're gonna list
Okay.
what everything is for. We're just gonna go through it
Okay.
systematically, and then we're gonna talk about combos and like punishes and confirms, and then a couple of
Okay.
various things she can do. And I'm gonna mostly do it because I'm a lot more audible. And anytime that I
Yep.
leave something out or say something wrong, I want you to go ahead and correct me.
Okay.
Um, so here's Juri. She's primarily I don't know. I don't really have a classification for this kind of character. She's got one of the best fireballs in the game, and she has an okay array of pokes. They're kind of Shoto-like, and then she's got a really good keep away game by merit of her fireball. Her movement's really good too, and actually her movement gets even better when she's feng shui activated. I normally start with like focus stack, dashes, air, whatever. Juri jumps really high, and she's got a lot of air options, and her back dash is pretty good. It's okay. You can contribute anything basically whenever you want. By the way.
No, no, no. You're saying it right.
All
I
right.
agree 100%.
In terms of whatever, let's just go normals. Stand jab. Her stand jab, I know that it has, I think, the most frame advantage of all the normals she has, or very close to that,
Yes, it
and
does.
it chains from
It's
her other
plus
things.
four, plus four on block, plus seven on hit.
Yeah, +4 on block, +7 on hit. I know that it is a bit funky connecting on some crouching characters. Like I know Juri just basically go. I mean, not Juri. Elena basically just goes under it. So
Yeah,
it's very ideal
they
for.
did. They did fix it in Ultra though. It used to be worse, but they actually extended the hitbox down a lot. In Ultra, it was one of our big changes, so it
Yeah,
hits a
yeah.
lot more characters.
It's more reliable than it used to be, but it's still a little bit
Yeah.
funky on some characters. Whatever. Um, so it's really good for a lot of her confirms, but the fact that it can be crouched either during recoil or like some characters it hits crouching, but it doesn't hit crouching immediately after they get hit by their normals and stuff. But you can easily link it into her stand strong, her far stand strong, her down medium kick, and even her down strong. And all of those are
Hmm.
pretty easy links, and they're like bread and butter combos for her. And I just
Yep.
dropped that. The crouch jab
It's
is
swag. It's swag.
a lot less notable. I think it barely has any plus frames. I'm not actually sure what Jury's used this for, if
No.
anything.
Let's see. It's zero, so it's not plus, but
Oh, it's
it's
not
still
even.
zero on block.
Mm. But you can do like I don't know. I usually the fact Jury's like Bison in that she's got a crouch short that she can use just by itself. Not only does it chain, but it actually it's a two-frame link into itself, so you can do strings like you can do light kick, light kick, light kick into. This is a four-frame crouch short, right? Into like medium pinwheel.
Yes, crush. Yeah, yeah. It's four frames.
So most people just axe the jab, the crouch jab entirely in favor of crouch short, crouch short, crouch short, and that's a
Yep.
good string because it's all chains, and it's also it's all chains, and thus it's a true block string all the way across. But you can't
Hmm.
jump out of it or mash out of it because it's all lows, so it'll interrupt mashing.
Yep.
And that makes this a very good confirm, albeit the damage is absolutely awful.
Well, one of the things about it
Oh god. Do,
is that yeah,
hold on, it's lagging really badly.
yeah.
All right, say that
You
again.
can't hit you can't combo crush short into heavy kick pinwheel, so you do lose out a little bit of damage on that because you have to go for either medium kick or if you have to decide whether you want to spend the bar and go for
Yeah,
EX
the
pinwheel.
EX works too.
Yeah,
So if you want the hard pinwheel, you've got to link into a medium kick at some point, right?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
a medium button. Um,
Or well, most people will go for they'll do that into a jab and then from there go into the
yeah,
medium
yeah,
push. So
that's bread and butter. She can
yeah,
use stand short too, right? That actually works.
Okay, so yeah, stand short actually has is actually a better normal than crouch short. Stand short's actually a three frame. It's one of two of the three frame normals that Juri has.
And the other one being close
Um,
strong, right?
yeah, the other one being close strong. The other advantage of it is that it's +6 on hit, which means you can then link it into any of the medium normals.
Oh
It's
god.
going to be a one frame link, but yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
So that's got to be useful, because that's you can low short. You can probably do that whole string. Low short, stand
Not
short, low
two.
strong.
If you do two low shorts and then a stand short, you're going to have far light kick.
Yeah, okay,
And
I
far
see it.
light kick has different properties. It's a four frame and you can't link off of it. So you're going to want to do you'll do something
Yeah, okay.
like that.
All right. And that's like the same combo as the stand jab one, but more
Yeah,
consistent.
yeah, especially because then you don't run into the problem of the crouchers like you do with stand jab.
All
So
right.
that'll work like crouch short, stand short works on all
How
characters.
about far short? Is this useful for anything other than a poke?
For short, it's special cancelable.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Hold on. Like that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that. And
yeah, it
I
is. I was talking to a jury main on oh, what was it? Jackson's stream last night. He didn't realize that either. So yeah, it's actually got its uses, and it used to be 5 frame startup, but they changed it in 1.04 and made it a 4 frame. So it's a lot faster. It's got a lot more uses now.
that's actually
You
really
just got to
cool.
make sure you're not chaining it.
Ah,
That's the only
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
You got to
the
actually
chaining,
link
because
it.
she's got the chaining.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh, I dropped it. EX maybe, or just light.
Yeah.
Um, okay, that's cool. I guess fireball charge would be probably no, not even out of range.
No, 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 no. Yeah, you're too far out.
Okay. Um, she's no close jab and far jab are the same. Close strong is that
Yes.
3 frame normal. So the idea with close strong not only is that you can use it after some scenarios where the frame advantage is contested, you can use it to get out and attack really quickly. Um, or you can use it to get 3 frame punishes. For example, Abel's blocked change of direction. For example, I don't know, Rekka maybe. Most Rekkas won't leave you this close, but like after you block Rolenta Rekka, you might be able to close strong as your punish.
Yeah.
Um, and it is a medium normal, so you can go into anything from it. And she has some scenarios where it's kind of difficult to combo them, right? And you can do close strong, like for example, that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe like
Yep. It's definitely the better of the combo, especially when you're talking about FABC stuff.
yeah, FADC
It's
stuff.
definitely the easy. Like Fireball FABC, most people will go with stand strong, just because you're so positive after the FABC. You've got some options, but like if you go crouch fierce, it's a one frame. If you go this, it's a one frame. If you go that, it's a one frame. So most people will go with the stand short because it's 3 frame and you've got like a 4 frame window gap to be able to hit the link after FABC.
Yeah, sounds like close strong's your friend then.
Yeah.
Far strong as of
I,
ultra. Oh, you have more?
no, I was just gonna comment that of all the buttons that go out on my stick for Jury, it's
Strong
the
goes out
favorite
the
button.
fastest. Yeah, yeah,
Always, I constantly use that button. It's probably Jury's most used button.
yeah. All right. Far strong, massively buffed as of I think ultra. Now comes out faster. It's a decent anti-air as I understand it.
No, it didn't come out faster. It's still the same 6 frame normal.
Oh, but you
It's
can it's
just
special
that
cancels.
yeah, it is my absolute favorite buff in Ultra. I think that thing like completely opens up a brand new game for Jury. First off, it's a damage buff in the fact that in most combos that you would
Yeah, it does
go
20 more damage than
for
crouch medium kick.
yeah. So whereas like the far medium punch button itself didn't get more, it's just the fact that you can combo that instead of crouch medium kick
Yeah,
and
it's
get more
definitely better.
damage. So it's a universal one. Yeah. Oh no, I love that buff.
Um, what else about it? So it's the bread
Um,
and butter closer for like after a stand jab, right? It's like the
uh,
combo you want to go into.
yeah, you can also do it off the stand like kick, but it's a one frame. So obviously stand jab's going to be the more yeah, it's harder to hit, but yeah, it is.
I'm blinking it.
Um, how do you want to go into like car throw and stuff?
Oh yeah, does that have
Or
a
you want to say that for later?
is that a Kara? Is that a
Yes, Jury's
oh shit.
Jury. I think Jury. If we're just talking normals, not talking like Dudley's, EX Kara that he can do.
Yeah.
I think Juri's got either the third or fourth longest Kara in the game after Ken, Vega, and maybe Evil Ryu.
That's I'm testing it
Her,
right now. It looks really good.
no, it is very good. In fact, you can Kara from. Oops,
Oh yeah, I see
you
it.
can Kara. Yeah, it's absolutely huge, and it's definitely good for throwing people off. So, and it's because of if you do the two shorts, you're in the far medium punch range, and it moves her forward so much that Kara is just godlike.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. That's actually really
Yeah,
good. And the car throw, of
yeah.
course, is useful inherently because you're throwing
Mm-hmm.
someone from outside their throw range, and thus they need to tech their throw. They need to tech the throw after
Yep,
getting thrown, or else you're going to throw them out of their throw whiff. And it forces
yep,
people to make commits in scenarios where they're not like the threat of the car throw makes people do punishable commits in order to try and tech it, which Jury can then
yeah,
punish with her various with frame traps and things like that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good.
And even just a side note, it throws you so far into the corner.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Jury's throw distance is huge, and she loves being full screen against almost every character.
yeah. So it's got the advantage of getting you the distance so you can start your zoning game, or getting them in the corner, which I'm sure we'll go into later. Is just
Yeah,
ridiculous for Jury.
yeah. All right, low strong. This is her most reliable anti-air, right? It does not the most damage, but it removes her upper body hitbox. It's very quick to whiff. It goes
Yep.
out quite far. It goes quite far above her head.
Yeah.
It comes out pretty fast, which her crouch fierce, I think, is not as quick. Um,
Yeah. It's a one frame difference.
oh, only one? That's not too bad then.
Yeah.
I know this shrinks her hitbox more, and I think it goes out farther because
Yeah.
this I've seen this whiff horizontally, which is very
Yeah.
frustrating. The damage is a
Yeah,
lot lower though.
Jury's got several anti-airs, so like a lot of them can be used. But it's the problem is that you got to know which one to use in the right situation. The wrong one's going to get you hit. But
Yeah.
every one of them in the right situation is godlike.
All right. Jury has no consistent anti-air invincible
Yeah.
uppercut, so you've got to pick and choose with your anti-air normals. You can do like
It
that maybe.
feels fully invincible now, so a lot of people are using it for that. But still, it's not great. It's not on the level of Shoryuken or anything.
All right. What else? Stay medium kick, I guess. Far stay
Stay
medium
medium
kick
kick.
is a real good poke. I've seen it. Jerry's use it against Lariat Geef, for example.
Yeah.
I know it's a two-hit normal, so you can theoretically break armor with it. Although the range in which that happens is very small.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yep.
And then the first hit cancels, right? So you can do oh,
No.
does the first hit cancel?
Only,
No, that's
only
that's
on
DJ.
close
I'm an
medium
idiot.
kick.
Oh, hold on, wrong character.
Yeah. Only on close medium kick.
Oh, but close to medium kick is amazing.
Yes.
Um, so this is just
So
what a
another thing,
poke,
yeah,
right?
another thing about that, it's actually a really good anti-air as well. You'll see a lot of people do it. Specifically, the situation where it comes in is whenever you're throwing fireballs and the people jump over it, but not at a distance to where they're going to hit you. They're just trying to jump over the
The
fireball.
fireball.
If you
Okay,
do
so
it,
it's like a far anti-air for like Guile.
yeah,
It's like
really
Guile
far
stay medium
anti-air.
kick.
Yeah, and it'll blow them right back. They won't get hit by the fireball, but it'll blow them right back into that distance that you were zoning them at.
All right, cool.
So it's good for that.
Close medium kick. I know is two hits. You can actually cancel the second hit. So if you're on point with your confirms, you can use this as a standalone confirm. Although I think it's unsafe,
Yep.
right? Is it actually? I have no idea.
You don't have a lot of juries. Normals are actually unsafe. Did you even I forgot to mention this? Closed medium punch on hit
Is
is
minus
actually -1
-1 on hit. That's bad. That means it's probably at
on
least
hit.
-4 on block.
Yeah, but most people are canceling when they're doing that anyway, so it kind of makes it a little bit safer. But close medium kick is
It's unthrowable, right?
-4 on hits.
That's a really big deal about close medium kick is it can't be thrown. So any scenario where you're up close, you're like here's a really common one. If someone whiffs an air normal or something like that and lands next to you, they're gonna naturally be taking a throw. After like a level
Yeah,
2 blocked focus or a level 1 successful focus, people are gonna be taking a throw. Any scenario where
yeah,
she's basically frame neutral, that close medium kick can come out and it's unthrowable from frame 1. So it works
yeah,
like a bad version of Rose's close medium kick where
yeah,
it's not immune to lows. It's only unthrowable. So
yeah. Now
uh,
it used to actually be airborne in previous versions, but in Ultra they changed it. Well, actually in Ultra they changed it and then they fixed it in 1.04. It used to be airborne actually.
Oh wow,
Um,
that's really good then.
yeah, which well, yes, until that Hakan does wake up Ultra 2 when you were thinking of
Oh
throw,
yeah, that's true actually.
and then now you get caught by that. I've been caught by Hakan Ultra 2s. I've been caught by Geek Ultra 2s whenever I go to do it and stuff like that. So now it's throwable. So that's kind of it's not airborne. That's kind of a good buff in the sense of that, but in the sense of trades. If you used to trade and it was airborne, you would just pop out of it. Now you just
Now
do a
it,
normal
yeah,
trade and people can go right back into combo. Like especially like ball hogs who are like doing dash straights that trade and then they cancel into super off the trade anyway. So it's kind of it was a good and bad buff, but it definitely has its uses. Another thing to add is that especially with Juri's fireball game, whenever you're holding a like kick fireball, that's what you got to get used to be able to tech throws.
oh, how
Like
do
if
you?
you're holding,
if
because
you're holding
if you're
light kick
holding,
fireball, you can't take a throw, so you have
you
to.
cannot tech a throw. So that is your main way
You've.
of beating throws.
I see. That's
Every
really important. I never thought about that.
Oh yeah, very very important.
So that's you've got to use it defensively. That's really scary. So
Yeah,
the opponent's like
yeah,
low short, walk and throw. You've got to block two low shorts and then stay in medium kick.
yep.
That's
Yeah.
actually I never.
No,
That's
this is
very
yeah. Jury's
interesting.
a very weird. There's so much more that goes on with Jury than most people see, and it's like little things like this that you've got to get adapt to. I think that's why a lot of people have a hard time with this
Yeah,
character.
I understand. Well, light kick fireball is the good one too.
Yeah,
Well, sort of all the good one.
yeah.
Um. All right, let's see here. Crouch medium kick, actually low profiles, so you can use it as a pseudo anti-air in scenarios where for some reason you don't want to use your actual anti-airs. It
Mhm.
also, you can counter poke like a fireball with it because if you hit with it, the fireball will
Oh
go
yeah,
over her
easy.
head. I've seen that happen a couple
Yeah.
times. It's incidentally useful but hard to plan for. Um,
You know what? I'll give you a situation. I found this out when I was playing with Justin once.
yeah,
Let's say you've got Gokin in the corner. You're trapping him, and Gokin does crouch strong fireball.
yeah.
You can actually
Block the crouch strong and
low
then low forward.
profile. No, yeah, and you low forward, and the fireball will completely go over. So if you low forward into a pinwheel, you will completely negate the fireball and punish which most Gokins will go for that block strike.
That's
So yeah,
very good.
it's really
Yeah,
sick in some situations. Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
Um, what else about it? It used to be her combo tool, but now not so much anymore. It's still really good
Yeah.
because it goes very far. So
Yeah.
like you still use it as like a poke and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
for the low distance, for low pokes, it's definitely the farthest. For distance wise, far medium punch kind of beats it out a little bit, but it's still, excuse me, it's still an absolutely sick normal. It's still got the good distance.
does this combo not work on Jury? I thought this combo just worked. Is this corner only?
No, so which is another thing. That combo actually, the medium kick fireball, medium kick, is very character specific.
Oh, okay. So you got to use other normals.
Yeah, so most people you will use, yeah, you either do that or you can try doing crouch medium kick and then release the fireball and far medium punch for the combo
Oh,
since
that
it's got a little
works.
bit more of a distance.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I think so. I think it does.
Yeah, that just
Yep.
worked. That's good then.
Also a little bit character specific, but it definitely works on a lot more characters than the other ones.
And their sweep goes a little farther. So that's like a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, what else about crouch medium kick? Have we pretty much covered it?
Um, I'll give you some low profile situations that are really good that you really don't see unless people are on point. Um, Yun lung punches is
Oh,
a
you
low
can
profile
go
one.
under that with this? That's pretty
You
good.
can go under that and then come up. Usually, how I'll do in the situation is I'll low profile it and then come up with a stand jab into a crouch fierce link. And now, whenever they thought that they were going to be safe on block, they now have to deal with the whole aiming whiffed animation, and you get a full punish. So it's
Mm.
actually pretty sick in situations like that. You use it against C-Viper burn kicks, like you always see
Oh
every
yeah,
other
that's the
character
classic
do.
low profile. And then
Yeah,
Guy is really good too, right? Because you can if Guy does run towards and he does either light kick
yeah,
or medium kick, you block it, and if you do a late crouch medium kick,
yeah,
the overhead will just whiff on it, and then she'll hit
yep.
him as a punish, and like his elbow
You know
drops
what?
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say his elbow drops. It's a little bit harder to do. Another one is Bison Stomps.
Bison stomps, you
You
can low
can
profile those.
you can low profile them, yes,
I didn't
and
know
you've
that.
got to
That's
be on point. It's risky because if you're off, you just got stomped for a ton of damage. But yeah, you can actually low profile it, especially the follow up.
yeah, yeah. The follow up you can just anti-air like a normal jump in. That's a good
Yeah,
one because
but it's
it doesn't go down very
yeah,
far.
yeah. So that definitely throws up Bisons who think they're going to stomp on you, and then
Devils
then you
or
got to wait for the stomp to right at about the time it's going to hit you, because you got to make sure that the stomp animation's coming out, and then you low profile it because it's going to come out right at her head, but then she drops so low that it kind of throws it off, and they just kind of land.
Yeah. All right. So stand hard punch. Far stand hand punch. I've only ever seen this as an anti-air. It seems to be pretty good as an anti-air.
It's all right. About the only time that I really try to go for it as an anti-air is dive kick characters, Yoon and Rufus specifically.
Oh, this is good
But
against dive kicks.
yeah, but you can probably do another anti-air and it'll work just the same.
Hmm.
Like crouch medium punch. Now the only good advantage of it is that it is Juri's hardest hitting normal. It does
Really?
120 damage.
Oh yeah, look at
Yes.
that. So that's got to be
So it is
useful at
her.
least a little bit in juggles then, just because it's the
Yeah,
strongest one-off attack you have. But of
yeah.
course she's got other
Especially if
stuff
you do a
that.
jump medium punch normal and you just tag them, like you say you were too far for close heavy punch
Yeah.
for the backflip, you can
Yeah.
do that. It also has got its uses obviously in Feng Shui Engine, because you can link stuff if you've got fireball charges, and if you can get like one or two of the far stand heavy punches in, it's pretty good damage.
Hmm.
So that's about the best thing I would say about it. It's got good damage, and it does get used as an anti-air.
All right, good damage anti-air. Close hard punch is actually a very interesting tool because it's her only cancel that knocks down, and that's actually really important because of the way that juggles work. Here, kindly jump for me, just to hold up. If I was doing like any other cancel in her juggles, I don't know why I did that one at
Yeah.
all. They would just whiff because the cancel causes an air reset. But if you
Yeah.
use jump fierce, because it knocks down, it maintains the ability to juggle the opponent, and that actually applies even if you're kindly stop. Even if you're on the ground, you can do a lot of the same juggles. Unfortunately, it doesn't go into a whole lot of things. I know you can do close hard punch into EX. I know you can use it to super. I know you can use it to light pinwheel. Those are that's about it, right? Oh, you can do EX
No,
fireball too, right?
no, you can even do regular fireball.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I mean like the store.
Oh, okay. That works?
Okay.
Maybe after a juggle.
Okay. Well, I know in the corner it does.
In the corner, I bet. Yeah. That's actually pretty good then. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, but I know that some characters it does work on, big body.
Yeah, okay.
Ones. Yeah, but it's still pretty good. One of the things though is that if it's blocked, it is super.
Yeah, super unsafe. So it's only for.
Like even if you like, a lot of times you can catch people if you do it. Because first off, it is airborne, so like it'll blow up like crouch or crouch text and stuff.
Okay.
So you can use it as that. But what people do is they'll try and blow up a crouch tech and then cancel it into a super, or not a super, into a special move, like a fireball or like kick pinwheel. But even with
you can
canceling
interrupt
it into a special, yeah, you can interrupt it. It is absolutely unsafe.
All right. So that's not so great then, but that's quite notable if it blows up crouch
Yeah. By
text.
the way, negative 12 specifically.
Negative
It is her
12.
worst. Yeah, it is her worst on block. Now, obviously, on hit, it doesn't have any frame advantage because of the juggle, like you
Yeah,
were saying.
and this is a unique cancel because most cancels like it interrupts the animation, but this actually lets the
Yeah.
stand fierce complete before it cancels, which makes it like most moves
Yeah.
that are unsafe. You can make them safer by canceling them, but this one actually remains as unsafe as it normally is upon cancel, which is unfortunate
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, well, it does have advantages, and I'll get into that when we talk about feng shui.
All right, yeah, okay, feng shui eventually. Crouch fierce we've already talked about briefly. It's a higher damage, narrower version of her low strong. Works
Yeah.
super well as an anti-air. Goes very high. Hits above her head pretty
Yeah.
well. Just a very reliable anti-air normal, and it does shrink her box so that she doesn't have an upper body while she's doing it.
Yeah.
Which makes it very reliable as an anti-air normal. Apart from that, it's her grounded strongest cancel, right? So you use that in like
Yes.
combos and whatnot.
Yeah, that's why almost all punishes are usually crouch fierce and a heavy kick pinwheel.
Yeah, okay. So that's your bread and butter punish thing.
Mostly because of ooh,
Yeah, it's fine. Oh god, oh god.
yeah, mostly because pinwheel adds like 4 extra hits into a combo, so scaling kicks in pretty hard on it. So that's why most people you'll be like, why didn't you punish harder? It was just crouch fierce pinwheel, because it's honestly probably one of the best punishes.
Okay.
Yeah. Another thing about it though is that you can.
Link into it?
No, I didn't.
That's gonna be a hard link.
It's a 1 frame.
Oh, I forgot to mention that her forward dash is low profile. That's actually very interesting.
Oh, yes. Thunder fireballs with it. It's so cool when I do that.
Throw me a medium fireball.
It's hard. I don't know if Juri's as good.
Jury's is going to be easier, isn't it? Because she's got kind of narrow fireballs. I just missed my forward
Yeah,
dash.
kind of. Goken's is obviously going to be the easiest, but yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. And you can do that through quite a
But
few different fireballs. Like, I think
yeah,
most of them.
well, like you can't go low profile poisons, guiles. I don't think you can do Ryu or Ken's either.
You can't do
Um,
Ryukens?
I don't think so. I think they've got like just the tip of the bottom perplex and the fireball is right at that range where it's going to hit. But Goken's obviously is the easiest. DJ's one of the cool things about if DJ ever does a EX fireball at you, you can
Forward dash,
charge
forward
your
dash.
focus.
Oh.
No, you can
Charge focus,
charge your
absorb first
focus.
one, then dash under the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty cool.
cool. And you could do that with Seth too, theoretically, if you could dash under his.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very
it's
interesting.
pretty sick.
I'm gonna make a
But
little video about that because that's gonna be really neat and people are gonna like enjoy it. Um,
but yeah, the stand. Uh,
oh, that's counter
oh, it's counter hit.
hit.
Yeah, but it works.
Oh, I got
So
it.
so there it is. Another thing too is that especially whenever we get into like FADC stuff, you can FADC into stand jab into crouch fierce.
Oh, that's gonna be
So
important. Yeah,
so
that's gonna
yeah,
be
it's
a
important.
really useful, difficult combo.
Yeah, that's whenever you're wanting to go for like the max damage stuff.
Yeah. All right. So stand hard kick.
But other than that, I mean, it's just it's a good normal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still a good normal. It's your punish. It's your if you want to go for one frames, and it's your anti-air. Man, you can't go. I mean, you
All right.
can't be sad about that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Punish, anti-air, one frame links. Stand
Yep.
hard kick, far hard kick. I usually see it as a poke. I know it interacts very favorably with some other pokes because I think it is
Yeah.
actually airborne, right? So
Yes.
you can use it to.
Frame 3 and to something I can't
All right.
remember.
So
It starts
quite
with an
early in
R.
its animation, it's airborne. So you can use it
But
to.
it doesn't matter that it's frame 3 because like what's going to knock you out of it at that distance?
Yeah, yeah.
People do
It
it at.
goes really far.
Yeah.
So maybe if you see like a guile throwing out a lot of crouch medium kick or something like that, you can just tag them with it.
Yeah. Startup's not great. What was it? Startup? Startup's 15.
Pretty slow,
So
but from the range you're using it, that's
yeah.
not too bad.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
Close hard
Most people
kick.
use it.
Oh,
Yeah.
still?
Go ahead.
No, no. You...
Well, no, I was just gonna say like specifically that you'll always see. This is why a lot of the grappler matchups are in Jury's favor, specifically Geef, T-Hawk, Hugo, because whenever you're tossing fireballs, and they're finally trying to advance, you throw that out and it tags them right back.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I see.
usually the biggest situation that you'll see far heavy kick get used,
Against
is to just
grapplers.
stop their movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. That's
that's why
good. That's good.
it was why every one of the grapplers is in Jury's favor. I think because that normal helps, but it's a big difference.
Yeah. Close hard kick. I usually see this in Feng Shui. It's incredible in Feng Shui.
Yeah,
It's very powerful. It doesn't... It super cancels, right? On only the first hit, so that's not so useful. Oh, it just cancels on the first hit. Okay. Well,
yeah,
it's not even a
it's
strong
literally
cancel.
it.
That's the problem. It's only 40 damage for the first hit, so
Yeah, exactly.
you wouldn't use it for that. I know in Feng Shui the
No,
second hit cancels because everything cancels in Feng Shui, so you
yes,
usually end combos with that in Feng Shui, and then you go
yep,
for pinwheel and whatnot, and that's one of her
yeah.
strongest normals. Um, what apart from that is it?
That's it.
Not a super useful
That's
normal.
it, man. There's
Okay.
really no use outside of feng shui for it. I mean, obviously you can maybe try. I mean, it's what is it? 11 frame startup.
I wouldn't try beating focus
So
with that.
yeah, I mean, you can maybe if you really want to get mad about it, you can do something like that.
Some kind of
To
weird
maybe
frame trap.
yeah, some kind of like really delayed frame trap when they think you're gonna throw or something. But honestly, just most people don't ever use it outside of feng shui.
I don't like it, yeah. Crouch
Yeah,
hard kick is a pretty good as a sweep. I think this also low profiles, but I don't quite remember. It comes out very quickly. I
yeah.
know that you can link into it pretty easily from a lot of our combos. I already showed that one
8
off.
frame. So
8
okay.
frame startup, and it goes quite far.
Yeah.
And I think it from the range it
It's a
pushes.
good poke, really.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not terribly unsafe from max range. Very few characters can punish it.
yeah, max range. Close. It is -9, so obviously close range is
But
better
yeah,
than most
don't do it
people
against
use
like a
that.
Fei Long from this far away because he'll wreck you or
Yeah,
something. But like for the most
yeah,
part, you're gonna be all right. I know. I
yeah,
used to when I was like just starting out this game. One of my friends played Juri a lot. One of my friends played Adon a lot, and Adon. I remember trying to analyze, and Adon had like no punish from this far out at all, like
yeah,
nothing. And then I was
yeah,
like the only thing I could find was like reversal super. So it's just like some
yeah,
characters can deal with it well, some characters can't.
yeah.
Um, all right, so that's her ground normals in a nutshell, right? Hold on, we got a couple of command normals somewhere. You got the overhead.
Overhead.
So this overhead
That's it.
is it's basically like Fei Long's overhead except slow. It's one hit. It does okay damage. It is focus bait. You don't want to do it on a focusing opponent.
Yep.
Um, it is airborne, so you can go over lows with it, but the startup is so bad that it's difficult to actually utilize that. It's more just useful that it
Mhm.
does that. And it doesn't overhead, and overheads are inherently useful. You can catch people who are defending too much against Juri just with it. Its real
Yeah.
claim to fame is when you're in Feng Shui. It has, I think, it's like +4 or something like
Six.
that. +6.
Plus
So
six.
you've got a
Yes.
lot of time to confirm out of it in Feng
Oh
Shui.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
The only note though is that like it actually is a pretty damn far-reaching overhead.
yeah, it goes really far. I've been noticing
Yeah.
that just right now.
Yeah, it's like all the time. I'll when I'm playing my friend, he plays a Ibuki, and I just tag him at max distance. He just has this face that looks like he's disgusted that I'm able to overhead from so far away.
Ibuki's got an even further reaching overhead than she does.
Yes, but you know,
But it sucks.
grass is always greener.
Okay, okay. What about, does she have another command normal? Is there something I'm forgetting? I'm gonna take a quick look in her. No, that's the only one
No, no,
listed.
she does not have any other kind of normals. You've pretty much covered all of them.
Alright, we got air normals though. So this is where things
Oh
get
God, yeah.
interesting.
Because
Um,
she has different air normals for neutral and forward back jumps. So
yeah, so literally everything changes. This is interesting. Alright, so let's start from the top. Let's do the neutral jump ones first. First of all, neutral jump hard kick is decent anti-air, right? Because it goes pretty far out.
yeah, pretty decent.
Is
I
there
mean,
another one that's
it's
like better at neutral jump anti-airing? Maybe jump
you
medium
know
kick?
what? A lot of them. If you're talking about neutral light kick, neutral medium kick are actually pretty good as well. That one's kind of got a slower startup, so it kind of has a tendency to get stuck more than you'd like it.
Yeah, so if you wanted speed and reliability, you go medium kick. But this
Yeah.
does a lot more damage than them, and also it's one of those moves like Chun-Li's jump hard kick, Fei Long's jump hard kick,
Yes.
hits on both sides. So if you're fighting a
Yeah.
character who, like, let's say you're a Fei Long, and let's say I'm just kind of wiggling around in the neutral, and you throw out
Yep.
an experimental Rekka as I jump,
Yeah.
and I hit the jump hard kick, even if you go through me, I still get the hit and the punish.
Yep.
So there are
Yep.
scenarios where that's very useful, like Bison and whatnot. It makes your neutral jump
You
game
know where I use it the most
where
to catch people, especially on the backside. Balrogs, you like to dash punch
Balrog dash punches.
because they
Yeah,
dash
jump on reaction
right
to dash
under you
punch.
and then
Hit him. Yeah, that's good actually. That's really good. That's a nice use of that move. Any other moves neutral jump actually of note? I know that her strong doesn't like juggle on neutral jump.
that's actually kind of good.
Neutral jump fierce?
Jump fierce.
What does it do?
It is really good on block. So a lot of her fuzzy guards actually get set up from that.
Oh, I see. So like I could do like that into jump strong, something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, for a neutral jump. So it's actually pretty good. Yeah.
I see.
Um, medium punch is also it doesn't have the range as like light kick or medium kick, but it's still pretty good. Let's say for closer characters already that you like Guy elbow dropping, that's actually kind of good on that.
Stop guy elbow drops. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
mean this can do it too, but I think that's the fastest to come out.
All right. Yeah. So speed and angle and whatnot.
Yeah, so I mean they're all three between neutral jumping between medium punch, light kick, and medium kick. They're all extremely useful and probably could be interchangeable. Um, it's just a matter of like spacing of where the character's
All
jumping
right.
and stuff.
So her angle jump,
That one's just weird. Nobody ever uses it.
jump jab.
Yeah,
Um,
nobody ever uses it.
her angle jump kicks remind me very strongly of Shoto's, where you've got the very short duration cross up, which you can use to reset into a throw very easily, and also
Yeah,
kind of hits deep as a cross up. It doesn't do a whole lot of hit
yeah,
stop though. The medium kick is a more reliable cross up in terms of range, and also does more damage.
yeah,
Well, I don't know if it's more reliable at range, but it does more damage, and it's sort of her go-to cross-up as I understand it. And then her jump hard kick is her high damage jump in, right? Like a regular jump in,
yeah,
because she's got the jump hard punch, which is completely unique.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
jump hard punch causes a techable knockdown on a hit. Doesn't do that much
Which
damage.
90% of the people
Yeah,
miss
no,
that.
no human
Actually,
ever
what
quickstands that on purpose.
I have been the last week. I've been doing a lot of streaming with lab work, and specifically, I've been streaming to find tech with Jump Fierce because nobody techs it, so they're down a defined amount of time,
Yes, there's
which means delay, wake up, and all that goes out the window, and I'm back to having all my setups again.
that's good. That's actually really good. So I imagine there's some characters you can get like unblockables on doing that. Or
Yes,
just fake
she's
cross-ups or
gonna.
whatnot?
Oh, absolutely fake cross-ups. I've already broken several fake cross-ups. I already figured that out. But
We'll get
a
to
lot of
them
them are
at the
super
end of
heavy.
this.
Yeah.
Or we might not actually have it
Which
at all. That might just be in the big jury tutorial.
see, that should probably be another section. To note on it though, Jury's jump heavy kick. Um, the range is very deceptive. Let me do a setup on you.
Alright.
Don't delay like up this.
Alright. Easy enough.
Oops, lag.
Take as many attempts as you need.
Man.
Oh,
Okay,
that was not a cross-up. That
so
was a regular hit. That was a fake cross-up.
so
So if you did jump medium kick there, it would be a
yep,
true mix-up.
yes. So a lot of her like specifically, let's say Cammy.
Yeah?
If I did that setup on Cammy, the 90% of her body's going to be cross up, but it is a fake cross up. It hits in the front. And
That's
then you see
very
that
good.
video with Goken. You see that video with Goken about his jump medium kick, like hitting so far in the front, but he's behind him. Jury's got like the same type of mechanics about it. She is so far behind that people are like, "This is clearly a cross up," and it's a fake cross up. That's a
That's
fake
very
cross up.
good. That's just a true mix-up that's basically unreactable, and both
Yep.
options lead to good
Yeah.
damage. So that's
Yeah.
really
And
useful tech.
the thing that the thing that she's got over Goken's jump, it's jump heavy kick. That's like ultra right there. I can fake cross up with jump heavy kick and confirm into ultra.
That's
It's
true,
like
yeah.
everybody always practices those combos, where they're doing that in the ultra. So now I've got the option to do it. It's
Very
actually
useful.
pretty crazy with this normal. Like I've been doing a lot of work with the fake cross ups, and that's the normal I go to for the first try.
Alright.
Is the jump heavy punch or jump heavy kick.
Right. So,
Yeah.
jump jab, I don't know if it's super useful. Her most
You know what?
interesting... Is it good?
It's weird because like stand right there.
Okay.
It's weird in the distance that it hits at.
It does seem to hit kind of late considering the range.
Yeah, but I mean you can do it kind of high.
Oh, yeah, it's got a long active period.
Yeah, so it's really, really
Wow, it's got a
weird.
really long active period.
Yeah, I haven't done an extensive amount of work with it yet, but it's like definitely an interesting normal that I'd like to look more into and to see what can be done. But it's hardly ever used due to the fact that on block it provides like no
Yeah, hits done.
on
Yeah.
hit. So you're probably gonna get reversal if you try to do anything out of it. But it's still really interesting.
Reminds me of Remy's jump jab.
Yeah.
Alright, so jump strong is the big interesting one. On the ground, it doesn't look
Yes.
too impressive. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It actually is an air cancelable normal, so you can do like jump in
Yes.
into her dive kick, and that's kind of
Yeah.
useful for some scenarios, especially her fuzzy guard setups.
Yeah.
But on air-to-air connect, you get a knockdown instead of a regular. It's actually a free juggle state, and no matter how many of them you do, it's still a free juggle state. So you can get up to like 3 in there. Not that
Yeah.
you would, because each one you do doesn't really add a whole lot of damage. But
Yeah.
because it's a free juggle state, you can do a lot of combos that are super useful. Here's a good example. Ta-da.
Yeah.
I missed it. You gotta walk forward a little bit. Okay. Alright. There you go. Maybe?
Yeah.
I might have done it late. There you go.
Yeah. There we go.
And I know you can do cancels to dive kick, and the dive kick will connect or not connect in the air depending on what angle you
Yeah.
connect at. And the dive kick,
Yeah.
even if it whiffs, it can keep you close. So you could do like
Yeah. You still.
you could still end the
have
ultra or
double
whatever.
punches. You can still. Yeah. Exactly.
Um.
Another thing here, you jump and I'll show you.
All right.
Another thing that I like doing, I don't ever see juries do is.
Oh, the sweep
You
for
can
the hard
actually
knockdown. Yeah. Makes sense immediately. That's really good then. Yeah.
No, yeah, and I hardly ever see juries do it because most people go for the close medium punch or a close heavy punch into the EX10 wheel,
Yeah.
which is a stupid amount of damage. So,
One cool thing about Juri is that almost all of her combo options still work perfectly, even on a juggled opponent. Here, jump for me. I'm not 100% sure this one will work, but I think it does, or some variation of it does. That was absolutely wrong. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still get
You can
everything
still
on.
do almost everything that she can do on the ground in the air, provided you're using
Yep.
either stand fierce or things like that. And you can actually do like this, right? Oh, that might be tight.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight to get that. It's one of the trials. It's definitely.
That's not super useful then.
Yeah.
I know that she retains most of her offensive options, even on that jump strong
Yeah.
connect, which
Yeah.
is really useful. That was a lot of damage. I actually
Yeah.
lost a lot of hits. Maybe I should have done it closer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like 260 260 or something.
I just
Which is
did
really good.
270. I've got the damage on. Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
quite good.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. No, it's not bad.
Okay.
Honestly, the way I describe Juri, Juri's got air footsies.
Yeah.
Like just at the distances that everything comes out, like between that being so short, that hitting so far out, that hitting in the front, that hitting in behind. Juri's got air footsies. And
Yeah,
like
and
she's one of the weird characters that like everybody always tells you, well, you got to stop jumping. Well, like if you really get into it, like you can use that to your advantage. You make them have to guess front, behind,
especially with
like
the dive
yeah,
kick
I was just
affects
about
your
to say.
ability to alter your jump momentum.
Yeah, exactly. Like Juri's that's the best way I've always explained it. She's got air footsies, and it definitely brings an interesting aspect to the game.
Yeah, I can
When
see
going
that.
against people.
Oh, I didn't mention this about jump hard punch, but it's actually one of the more useful things about it. It actually goes really far down, right? So you can do either on some characters timeout.
No, sorry.
Oh, actually, yeah. It's well, no, hold on. You can use it as an instant overhead on some characters. I think it works best on a forward jump. That's not super useful.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
Uh-oh.
jeez.
Yeah.
And then I know
Yeah.
you
No, jump heavy
can
punch. Yeah.
I know you can jump in from some ranges, and if you do a jump medium kick, it's a cross up. But if you at the same jump range do an early jump hard punch, you can get it as a non cross up, and
Yep.
that is very tricky to deal with because it just goes so far down vertically, it hits before the cross up happens.
Yeah. Honestly, this is the reason because I don't know if you ever listened to Juri during pre-ultra release back whenever they were doing testing locations.
Yeah,
Jump heavy punch actually one of the changes was that it wasn't going to knock down.
yeah, and that was really strong. It was basically actually
Yeah.
Rolento ended up keeping that with his jump fierce, so it's almost identical,
Yeah.
almost exactly the same thing, and that's really strong. People aren't using that enough
Yeah,
yet.
so I talked to Combo specifically at Comic Con last year.
Yeah.
I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "You know what? Like, I kind of wanted it, and maybe she could have used it, especially considering that how so many characters get like the jump fierce mix up into huge damage." And he's like, "But honestly, it almost would have felt unfair."
I honestly feel like
Because
Jury is one of the most unlocked characters as of Ultra. Like now, Jury saw very little usage until Ultra, and now the Juries I see playing, I feel like she's actually one of the stronger characters in the game. Like top 15, top
yeah,
10. I feel like she's somewhere in that realm.
yeah. Honestly, I put her top 10 in Ultra. 1.04, I think she dropped a little bit. I'll go back. I'll go into that whenever we go into specials.
All right. Well, actually, let's talk about specials right now because
Okay,
we've pretty much
sure.
exhausted our normals. The most
Yeah.
important. Well, let's talk about the most fundamental special, the one that's most readily apparent how to use it, which is probably Pinwheel.
Okay.
The light one is very short recovery, but still very punishable on block, because yeah, I think it's naturally -4 on stand block, but on crouch block it loses a hit, right? So
Yes.
it's
Yeah, crouch block.
actually quite unsafe, like -8, something like that.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's a little laggy. There you
There we go.
go. But it is, I think, dead neutral on hit, so you can use it and then do resets and stuff. I guess I don't know. I don't really see a whole lot of strings into it on hit. She's got a lot of other times that you would use that. You'd use other things, like if you confirmed, you'd use one of the stronger knockdown ones and whatnot for higher
Yeah.
damage knockdown.
One of the I will tell you though, one of the big uses for it is
Oh, it's the FADC-able, or they're all
okay.
FADC, right? But it's like the best one for it.
Here's the reason because since you're FADCing,
It's the highest damage on the first hit. I see it
it's
already.
the highest damage on the first hit. So for red dip focus damage, for red focus combos, if you're going for absolute maximum damage, or even FADCing regular combos, if you FADC it and do a stand medium punch, it's a 1 frame, but it does the most damage. Like that's absolutely if you're talking about eking out all the damage on there. Yeah, but it is a 1 frame. It's a pain.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's a lot like one of Evil Ryu's.
It's really hard, but yeah, it is her best damaging FADC special.
Mm.
Is doing it
And I know that because it's the fastest, you can use it in a lot of scenarios where it's if you're at a range. Here is a common one I see. Jump in on me. Like you can. Oh, maybe it requires a forward dash. I know you can use it to pick up a lot of combos in scenarios where it's a very high connect or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to.
It's good. You know what? Even as an anti-air, it's
Yeah, it's not. It goes really high, connects really early, right? Yeah, I've seen that before.
So here, like,
Hold on. What's a common one I've seen? I'm trying to think. Here, just jump in on me.
Okay.
Pata. I was too early. I can see that. Yeah. I want to get this anti-air fireball one. Jump in again.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, I got it.
There you go. Yeah.
So you can use it like there's no other move that I'm aware of that'll combo there except maybe super, like medium super.
Yeah.
So it's useful to pick up like a little bit of free damage in some scenarios where other things won't get there in time.
Yeah.
Um,
Here, let me show another use for it. Block this. So if you go,
yeah. Oh, just
it's
a whiff.
right at the perfect distance for the car throw.
Yeah, I see.
You know what? Even on hit or block, still at the same distance to do the car throw. So that's actually a pretty good mix-up if you want to use that. Like let's say you've got a hit confirm. Let's say you get a crouch light kick, stand jab, stand medium kick, and everybody's expecting the heavy kick pinwheel after the crouch medium kick, and you do light kick, then you get a free car throw.
Yeah, that's really good. If they're just expecting the regular combo, there's the combo you do all the time, and everyone gets used to you doing it all the time. And then I just dropped my combo. Surprise! It's like a Ken trick, and then I screw the overhead up.
You don't want to do it off of the jump normal though, because you got a little bit too much push.
Yeah, I just saw. The first car throw was out of range. I see. That's really good.
Something like that. You might have to walk forward a frame, but like it's so negligible
Yeah.
that you almost can't even see the walk forward.
People won't be looking for it anyway. It's only a couple frames of walking forward.
So if you're talking about mix-ups, it's actually pretty decent for mix-up.
All right, that's cool. Medium and hard. I know medium pinwheel is mostly for the fact that it combos from lights, etc. We've already talked about it.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, and then I know Sakura. If you were to do, like this combo, like that, okay? So here's the thing is that most characters, like I said, the crouch medium kick doesn't hit, so it's very character specific. The crouch medium kick will hit on Sakura, but the heavy kick won't.
Oh,
Pinwheel.
so
It'll
you
actually
you
drop in
lose.
between the crouch.
I see. So you got to use the medium pinwheel to
So
hit
you have to
them
use the
sooner.
medium pinwheel on that. So it's got like really weird instances like that where it's useful.
Yeah, Elena has a lot of stuff like that. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That,
and
yeah,
harping,
mostly
hearts for the
yeah.
highest damage, and also for I don't know. And then hard or let's start EX is actually very interesting, right? Because it's full hit and projectile and throw invulnerable, right? It's her main reversal option.
Well, it's not really necessarily throw invincible in the fact that like it says brawl throw invincible. It's throw invincible because it's airborne.
Oh, I see. So you could get like
so
Geef Ultra Dude or something.
Yes, Ultra 2, but it's been wheel on Hakans as well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's still interesting.
No,
I know that
it's
this
really
move on F80C, like you can F it. It's one bar to do a reversal, and then it's quite punishable on block. Like Ryu, I know can just ultra it or do anything. Like now it pulls in, right? So it's actually very punishable by everyone.
Yeah.
Use
and they gave it an additional frame of disadvantage. It used to be 24, now it's 25.
minus 25. Good
Look.
lord. Or is that just the recovery?
Uh,
Disregarding hit stun.
oh no, I'm sorry, minus 15.
Minus 15 is still enough that Ryu can just get raw Ultra 1 as a punish.
Yeah, it used to be minus 14, but now it's minus 15. It's like it's crazy how punishable.
Alright, yeah, so very unsafe move. It is one bar, and she can FADC it to make it safe for an additional 2 bars. And not only that, you have to FADC really early on it. It's like the first 2 hits, right? Or like the first 1 hit. You can get the first 2, right? There it is, yeah.
In fact, all
That's very precise.
all pinwheels can be FADC on the second hit. The first hit versus the second hit of the FADC will matter on whether you get the most frame advantage. So you'll get more of a frame advantage on the second hit FADC.
I feel like I've seen that. Is there something like that? Maybe not. I know Red Focus.
On hits, on FADC hit, you can actually combo Ultra 2. It's a 1 frame link, but at the same time, you can also do. There we go.
Oh wait, like
Did you not catch that?
no, that too much happened too fast. What just happened?
You can EX pinwheel and get a focus crumple.
Like and have it be a 3-hit combo?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I just did that you missed.
Oh.
It's a 1 frame.
Still useful.
But yeah. But you can.
Oh, I got it.
There you go. Yeah.
Easy.
It's absolutely something you're not going to want to try online.
Yeah, well, that's still interesting. And then, yeah, you can something like that. I think I dropped it.
Yeah, but no, yeah. That one is also one frame, and it's a huge pain in the ass.
Theoretically very strong, but in practice very difficult.
Yeah. No, that was one hit of the. But yeah, it is another way to land your Ultra 2.
Oh god, that's just awful. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's great for red focus too, but of course you can't confirm the red focus in that time. You just have to guess with it. But it does work
Yeah.
quite reliably as an
The only-
invincible reversal
the
into
only
a.
thing
If you want to say goodbye to your entire super meter, it is
that-
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The other thing that people love doing is whenever they do EX pinwheel, and then you just get red focused all through your EX pinwheel.
That's awful
Yeah.
to even think about.
Yeah, it's like, man, I just want to quit right there.
Alright, what else about EX Pinwheel? It juggles like the light one does, which is i.e. well. You can get a lot of the hits even in an airborne state. I think it's her strongest special move to combo into on a juggled opponent. So for that reason alone, it's a pretty good move. Is there anything else about Pinwheel? Any of the Pinwheels?
Yes. Pinwheels. Okay, so here's how juggle states and pinwheels work. Okay.
Okay.
If you let's specifically we'll go with the light kick to use this as an example, just because it's easier. But on all the pinwheels, if you let the full animation of the pinwheels hit, for example, the 2 hits of that to hit,
Yeah.
it drops all juggle advantage or whatever it is. You know how they're juggle points is most people what they call it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you FADC the first hit of the juggle, she still retains juggle state. So, do a neutral jump.
Okay. Oh, into Ultra?
So you can do stuff like that. Well, the EX
I think
up.
you're getting the second hit. Here, try me.
Okay.
See what I can do.
You're not going to be able to in that situation because even though it doesn't add any more, the jump medium punch still gives you the first juggle points. So it's not going to be able to.
Are you quite sure about that? All right, I believe you.
But you can do, like you can do a light kick pinwheel into Ultra. Actually, that looks good.
I might have got the second hit.
That is a possibility. So that's another thing to add about the pinwheels is that if you FADC the first hit of it, specifically you're going to want to go with light kick because FADC and the medium kick is kind of a pain in the butt.
Jump one more time.
Especially, all right, sure.
I want to have another crack at this. I want to see. I got the first hit last time. I want to see if the second hit is more reliable. I think I've seen that, but I've never gotten it.
Yeah, I threw it in my video when I made the Ultra 2 video. I saw it in there, but yeah, it's just another interesting note about
her pinwheel.
Pinwheels. Yeah, is that it does specifically that the last hit will always drop all juggle properties.
All right, so how about her fireball then? You got three different versions of fireball. You can hold. It's like a weird. There's no other move like it. You got a mandatory charging period, and then it's like it has the same frame data as a normal fireball, or perhaps slightly slower. But you can spread out the duration basically as long as you want to, just by holding out the button. So it's
really how many frames is it for Ryu's fireball?
It's I think it's longer. I don't know how long duration is for Ryu's fireball, but this feels like Cody's fireball but if he could just like pick up and drop the rocks as he wanted to. Like if you just play out the whole thing by itself, it's very slow. But then if just the release is like Gale Sonic Boom.
62 frames from not having a fireball into it being out on the screen.
Yeah. Very slow.
All of it is very slow. Yeah.
But this is literally on the tier of Guile, just the release by itself. But the problem is you have to get those charges to get those releases, although that's not always a problem. The charge has juggle potential now. I think it didn't used to, but now you can juggle even in a juggle state into the charge.
It always had juggle potential. It just sucked.
Okay. I know point blank you can just get like whole combos with her fireballs.
Yeah, it was 2012, I think Arcade Edition 2012, when they basically, what happened is they made the juggle go up more. Like it pushed the character higher into the air.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that didn't used to launch as high. I see.
Yeah. But it's always had the juggle potential.
All right, cool.
Like specifically, you can, and even just the juggle that you can do stuff like, oh come on.
Ooh, that's cool. I've never even
Yeah,
seen
so you
that.
can do stuff like that.
I know about the. We should actually briefly mention. I know you can do a negative edge ultra on a corner, and maybe
Yes.
some characters mid screen.
Yes,
Uh,
some characters mid-screen.
so you can do the charge, the fireball charge, and then you hold the other two kick buttons, and then you do the ultra motion and release all three at once. And that makes it so
Yes.
that on the same frame that you release the fireball, you do the ultra motion, which is otherwise impossible. Um, and then that gives you the ability to do an ultra the first frame that you can. And I'm gonna give it a try, but I haven't done it in a while.
No, that was too low.
Too low. All
um,
right.
it will now characters. It still does have to adhere, even though it does juggle. It has to adhere to like body floats. Like for example, you know how Cody kind of floats a little bit weird. Yun and Yang float. They drop really quick. Stuff like that. So
Cool.
certain characters, especially if you're going to be going for the negative edge, like Yun versus Yang, you have to do it really slow, or you have to do it really quick because they're not juggled for bursts. Some other characters are a lot easier. So
Yeah. Damn it. I'm car. It's hard.
it definitely takes some getting used to do the negative edge.
I keep on carring into like the EX fireball charge because I'm going too fast.
Yep,
I'll give it a couple more tries. I've definitely hit it before. That's too low, I think.
that's too low.
So what's the window if you execute it perfectly?
Yeah, gosh,
About how much time do you have to do it?
it's pretty fast.
Like a couple frames? One or two?
Um, I've never really tested the frame window of it. No, I'm screwing it up though.
Yeah, if you can do it once, you've done it more than I have. So this is really good if only because it's a meterless ultra setup, which is, of
Yeah.
course, phenomenal. Is that
That's
it?
too low. That's too low. You know what? Let me set it.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh god, the lag though. That's it.
yeah. So it's pretty quick, as you see. Yeah, I mean, you definitely gotta rattle off the Ultra 2, especially considering, like, the way I always explain it is that you do the first fireball charge, you plink the other two buttons, you
Yeah.
Ultra, and then you release. That's a lot of motion happening for
Very
just
quickly, yeah.
all you're seeing is that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things happening as far as button presses and stuff go.
Or it's kind of it's quite a lot, but you really have to consider that it's just motion across both hands. Like you've got to be doing a lot of stuff with like it's not too hard just to buffer during a charge double quarter circle. It's not too hard to just hold two buttons and then release, but at the
Yeah.
same time you're coordinating the two, and it's just it
Yeah.
takes some getting used to. Fireball charge. What else about it? Oh, it destroys fireballs. So if you've got a
Yeah.
fireball flying at you, you can pretty much freely.
Which one do you have blocked? Which one do
Um,
you have stored right now?
oh, I don't have any. I released it during my
Oh, okay.
backdash. But
So,
throw me like a boom.
there you go. So yeah.
So it's not only can you get these not only are you trying to get these fireball charges anyway to have your fireball stored, but you can also just use them while
Yeah.
you can use them to dispel fireballs while you're doing it. So you can sort of do two
Yeah.
things at once with Juri. And I
Yeah.
know a lot of Juris have a little scheme where they do fireball charge, another fireball charge, release first fireball, another fireball charge, release second fireball, and then if you're
Yeah.
fast with that, you can basically constantly be storing fireballs. And I think it takes like
Yep.
I forget something like 12 fireballs to get an EX bar, 12 stores.
So that's what I have to talk about. In version 1.04, Jury's meter build on her fireball charge got cut in half.
Oh, I see. So like 24. That's,
Yeah.
so it was too good at meter building, and they knew it.
This is where I think, and you know what, like, it's actually kind of a big deal. This is why I think Jury got knocked out of top 10 in version 1.04, because specifically, let's say the Yoon matchup, um, you need your EX pinwheel, especially since it became invincible, to be able to deal with dive kicks
Yeah,
and
she
stuff
relied
and
a
stuff.
lot on all that
So
meter.
now Jury has got to wait twice as long on probably what's her best meter build to be able to deal with certain situations, especially if you play defensive fireball zony Jury.
Yeah.
So it nerf kind of sucked. It hurt, man, whenever I read it, but yeah. I mean, it's still a godlike move. I mean, her
Yeah,
fireball's
yeah.
still crazy good. Which, by the way, for frame data on that, it is +4 on block, +10 on hit.
Yeah, very frame advantage. Can just combo out of it, no trouble.
Is there any character that's got like more positive on block fireball in the game?
I don't
Not
know. The only
including
one I can
EX.
think of that would be competing is Kyle.
Yeah, I mean it's probably the best once you've got it charged and released. It's probably one of the best fireballs in the game,
Yeah.
frame data wise.
Not only that, but like the three angles that you can throw it. Like the medium
Yeah,
fireball works like pretty much any other character's fireball. I know it's crouchable, which kind of sucks.
yeah, it used to not be, but now it does.
It's literally because
Hugo.
Hugo added to the
Yes.
game.
No, no, no.
He's
You know
too
what?
big.
I'm completely with Capcom on that nerf. Well, no. I take that back. I take that back. That was always crouchable.
Oh, it's
That one wasn't.
yeah. Okay. That's how it works. That one
And then
that was too
they made the
good
change. Yeah,
because
because
it was impossible for Hugo to approach. Oro,
yeah,
I come from Third Strike, and Oro in the Hugo matchup literally just throws his upwards fireball nonstop for the entire
yeah.
matchup, and it's
It's
just impossible
I'm
to
with
approach. It
I'm
makes
with
sense.
Capcom on that. That needed to kind of go.
All right.
It was pretty crazy.
So the low fireball is particularly good because I don't know if it's more frame advantage than the other ones. I know it pushes out to a different degree than the other ones do, but I know it's particularly
Actually,
good.
I think they're all
Are they all the same?
the same frame advantage.
Oh wow. I know the low one is really good because you can basically throw a fireball at the same time the opponent throws a fireball, but Juri's
Yeah,
recovery is less than the opponent's, so she'll usually recover in time to block and the opponent won't. But the fireballs don't intersect because yours just goes under there, so like no other fireball that hits this fireball. So
yeah,
you can throw fireball, you can play a fireball war, and unlike every other character, you can not commit any EX, and you can play the fireball war, and you can rack up damage on the opponent, which
yeah.
is very unique to
Yeah.
Juri. Maybe.
Speaking of another unique thing to Juri, Juri's the only character that can have two different projectiles on the screen at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's
None of
right,
the
isn't it?
other
She
characters
breaks the fireball war. I mean the
Yeah,
fireball rule. You can just have can I have charges? You can just have different strength fireballs at once.
yep.
Of
Only
course they
character in the game
dissipate.
that can do that. Yeah, it's pretty quick. I mean, obviously, besides EX, it's like obviously Goku's got two when he does his EX fireball. But yes, in the traditional non-EX fireball game, yes, Juri's the only one that has this ability.
I know that okay, fireballs push out on connect, but because they don't take into account the user's distance, fireballs on cornered opponents don't push out. So Jury can
Yeah,
store multiple fireballs at once and then do combos with those multiple fireballs. I don't know. I usually see it in like swag combos and stuff, but I think
yeah.
this actually does quite a lot of damage. I'm screwing it
Oh
up.
yeah.
uh,
Yeah, where do you live? 'Cause I got a feeling we're cross country, so.
I'm in SoCal.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have a bad connection.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that's why Juri is what I was talking a little bit about earlier. Juri's corner pressure is just insane due to the fact that once you get him in the corner and you've got your fireball, you just start the shenanigans.
Yeah, I
Like
see this one a lot. This is a combo I see a lot during Ultra. Is you get a fireball stored and then you do like some combo like this and then you store, or maybe not that one, but like you do a let me see.
do a close medium punch.
Yeah, like that, and then you get your fireball back.
Yep.
So that's pretty good. And then theoretically you
Yeah.
could end that combo in an Ultra if you had one.
Yep. Yep.
Quite useful. Of course that'll be pretty scaled, but you know.
Yeah, it will be, especially if you go with pinwheel.
Yeah, how about the up fireball? It's just an anti-air, right? Or is there some
Anti-air.
evil use to it?
There.
And then you can do stuff like this. Here, jump in on me.
Sorry, I need to jump. Okay, let's go.
Stuff like maybe not that. I know you can do
Well, you
this.
know what? Just do it. Just do it. Get a little closer and on neutral jump.
All right, yeah. So,
Still get the same juggle.
oh god,
Oops.
I misjudged the range.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you can also do stuff like this. I've seen this one before. I think it's kind of funny looking. Jump for me. Just actually jump in.
Neutral.
No, just forward. I just screwed it up. Hold on. I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, yeah, FADC. Okay.
Yeah. I screwed that up pretty bad. I didn't even get the FADC. Where is it?
It's
Oh, there it is. Let's do stuff like that.
yeah. Stuff like that.
Pretty useful. Or, I don't know, theoretically, you could make something out of that. You could just anti-air with Ultra, too, so it depends on, you know.
Traditionally, heavy kick fireball is only anti-air. The only other use is in feng shui against certain tall characters. Hugo, Sagat, Geef, Juri, actually. It's really good if you've got it because it'll extend your feng shui combo, especially in the corner.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta use Crouch Fierce
So-
twice. This is weird. That might not even combo, right? Yeah, it
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, I was gonna say I think you're too far pushed out for Crouch Fierce. But yeah,
Interesting.
that's generally the other use, and it's like I said, it's only against specific characters, so it's not as commonly seen.
Oh yeah, here's a couple other things that I that are very good about Juri. I didn't even think about. One, it's one of those fireballs that's frame advantage. You can actually FADC and get the crumple,
Oh yes,
and it's actually
yeah, you
not
can
that
get the
hard.
crumple.
It's
No,
like more time than you normally get for that kind of thing, and then you can get
yeah,
your ultra.
it's
And you can actually,
it's
if
really good.
you can do like a this kind of style setup and get like an ultra like that,
Yeah,
and that's pretty good too. So 2 bar
yeah.
ultra setup.
Because honestly, if you're gonna go for the crumple, just do the FABC because the scaling on it makes you lose out on about 60 or 70 damage.
Yeah. So
Actually,
in a
actually
perfect
you've got the
world,
data pulled up so you can look. So,
in
but
a perfect
yeah,
world, you'll skip the crumple.
yeah,
But the
but
crumple gives you a little bit of time
if
to
you,
confirm it too.
yeah, if you're, it's still, if I'm not mistaken, Ultra 2 or Fireball FABC Ultra 2 is a 2 frame length because you got to factor in the dash. So if you're uncomfortable with hitting the link, then yeah, going for the crumple is going to be the better option. Like say if it's a kill combo.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So is there anything else about Fireball store and or release we should be talking
We need to
about?
go over EX fireballs because they have
Oh
different
yeah,
combos.
there's like 3 of them. So you got like a straight EX fireball, which as of Ultra can no longer be ducked, right? So that's kind of cool.
Yes, yes.
Used to be fully duckable, but now it's
Yes.
just good
But
chip
man, that
damage.
buff's so good too. Yeah. So you
Um,
got that. That's the medium kick, light kick, and it depends. Which strength depends on which buttons you
yeah,
press as well.
which pair of buttons?
So
Um,
light kick and medium kick is going to be the low, and then that's medium kick and heavy kick,
and then the light and
and
medium
that's
is the high one.
light and medium is that. It is super positive on block too.
All right, yeah. Tell me about
Like
it. I don't
the
know that
low
much
button
application of EX fireball, so tell me
here.
about these.
Oh my god. So, okay, let's see. Block this.
All right.
Okay, good. So now check out. Let's just assume because I know I'm going to drop it because our connection's bad. But let's just assume this all hits for theory's sake. Okay. So let's say you've got 4 bars and you got someone in the corner. I'm going to jump at you to get ready to block.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Chip damage. Lots of it. Lots of it. That was like 100 and some.
Yes. I had never factored because there's really no way of. Well, maybe like one of these tools will let you know. But I'm figuring it's like 120 to 130 damage if you've got a regular fireball stored already.
That's really good then, because that's a true block string, right?
Combo. Dude, oh yeah, that's a full block string right there.
That's actually really good. That's a video in and of itself too.
If you want to know something about me, if I have 4 bars and I've got you in the corner and I can jump in on you, I will go for that every time. I don't care if I'm about to die and I could have used the meter. I will go for it.
Yeah, that's really good.
Here, block this.
Are they all,
So
do they all do the same chip damage? Just out of curiosity?
Yes.
Okay.
So block this, because then it leads into situations where it's like.
Oh, I see. Suddenly very dangerous.
So you've got a mix-up game to go into it. I'll definitely do that. Usually I'll throw like 1 or 2, maybe 3 of those chips, so that it's like, oh my god, this, and then you throw them in the corner, which gives Juri setups.
That's really good then, yeah.
It's an interesting point that you almost never see because you got to have 4 bars and in the corner and all that. But yeah, like 130, that's a combo, man.
Yeah, that's basically an unblockable.
Yeah.
Not bad, and depending on how you end it, the whole thing can be safe too, because you can just throw all 4 EX fireballs and then just end it there, and just like go for like block string.
Oh yeah, and you're safe, and you make 120 damage. No, it's one of those weird things that's crazy, but I love when I do it because it's like you have no idea what to do because you've never seen anybody do this, and you're questioning whether should I push a button.
Yeah, I do a similar thing with Rose and Ryu with their
usually,
supers.
Yeah, after like the 3rd EX fireball, most people are like, "This is not a block string, right?" And they're trying to reversal, and then they get hit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so is is there any purpose for high EX fireball? I know you can juggle into all of them from Stand Fierce, right?
Yeah.
So that's something.
You know what? Just as kind of a meta
Yeah?
of thinking of the game is if you juggle into that.
Oh, yeah, it gives you a lot of time to get an
A
Oki.
little bit more time before they hit the ground that you can get into your setup, but we're talking like frames, like 4 frames maybe. So
Still kind of
yeah,
useful. I like that. I
it's
mean,
still
I
okay.
do that as Elena. Her EX spin scythe launches the opponent a little higher than a
Yeah,
regular spin scythe, so I get more time to heal. Stuff like that.
yeah. So another thing, it does have a little bit of juggle property on them as well. So oh, I messed it up.
Oh, you can do that. I've never even seen that. Oh, the camera glitched the hell
Yeah,
out.
and it gives you the camera glitch. So it does have a little bit of juggle property, but the weird thing is that only works on raw. So like I can't do and then go into ultra.
That's
You
weird
know,
then.
the lag's screwing it up.
Very strange.
Yeah. So it has to be literally a raw thrown EX fireball FABC, which you're running 3 bars for.
Yeah, yeah. On a guess.
It's one of those really weird things.
All right.
I don't know why they added that.
What else? We can talk. Let's talk about our dive kick before we talk about our counter.
Okay, sure, because usually that's what most people go for whenever they're starting off.
All right. So this is baby's first Juri. This move, any jump in, it is actually I think safe if you don't mash it out like a scrub.
Yeah.
So you can use it.
Safe, yeah.
It's not super high damage, but you can use it on like you can take because it's a dive kick, at least in function, at least somewhat in
Yeah.
function. You can neutral jump and then have an offensive jump suddenly. So like if you're fighting a Ryu and you just neutral jump, like you're not risking anything with your jump. And then as soon as you see a dive kick, or as soon as you see a fireball, you can dive kick in on it and then get a punish on it. And depending on the spacing of your dive kick, you can actually get some juggles out of them. I know, like light pinwheel
Yes.
and
Light
ultra
kick
2.
pinwheel. You've got light kick pinwheel, fireball charge, EX pinwheel, and ultra 2.
All right, that's all pretty good then. I know the Ultra 2 one is kind of hard to
Outside
hit.
of feng shui. Feng shui is a completely different beast.
Oh, okay, well we'll talk about that. I don't know anything about. I know very little about feng shui, Juri.
Yeah.
I know the Ultra juggle is kind of tight. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch the absolute minimum height. That might be too far.
That might be too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know it's not that difficult. I get it all the time off of the instant overhead setup
Yeah.
because I practice that one a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one's
So
cool.
that's right around there.
That is one of the cheapest things Juri has, but unfortunately requires fuzzy guard. And
Yeah.
fuzzy guard is kind of inconsistent depending on the character you're fighting and the setup you're using.
Juri and Adon are the only 2 characters in the game that I know of that can actually score huge damage off the fuzzy guard. Most everyone else, like Vega, is just
Yeah, it's just a little hit.
thing as I'm running away. But Adon and Juri can actually score like 300 damage combos off of them.
Yeah, so, okay, a little intro to Fuzzy Guard. Crouch for me.
Yeah.
This works on, I think, like 4 crouching characters in the whole game, maybe like 5 or 6. So for the most part, it's
Yeah.
very inconsistent on... But the thing is, okay, so this is an overhead, first of all. Because it's an air normal, this is an overhead. And it comes out much faster than any overhead should. But the problem is, on crouching opponents, it tends to whiff. So the issue is when you crouch, you don't get a crouching hurtbox immediately. You change blocking directions immediately, so you're vulnerable to overheads immediately. But you keep a standing hurtbox for a little while. And what you do
And do you
as
know
the
how many
Juri
frames
player,
that is? I've always
I
wondered.
don't know. It's very quick.
I'm assuming like 1 or 2.
So if you force the opponent to block, say a jumping normal, that's an overhead that they're forced to block high. So they're going to be blocking high, and then if they shift to crouch block, I'm going to try this off of neutral jumps. If they shift to crouch block,
Here, you know what? Go in the corner.
yeah, go in the
We'll
corner,
get easier,
make
go
it
in the
easy.
corner.
I'll do it 4 jump to make it as easy as possible. Even then, let me do jump hard punch. Oh jeez. This is easier depending on the character you're doing it on, but oh, that was
There
it.
Yeah.
Because you're switching guard directions, so you're crouching, so the overheads hit you, but you're still tall because you haven't entered the crouching hurtbox yet. So you can use setups like that. I usually see like jump in hard kick and then jump out strong, but that only works reliably on like Sagat and stuff.
Yeah, usually they're really tall. Now, Juri is a really tall character, but it's a pain in the ass.
Very, very specific timing.
Yeah.
It'd be easier on forward jump, but forward jump is also
Yeah, I was gonna say,
much more risky. Let me try really deep. I think that was really deep. I can't seem to get it. I got it off the jump hard punch, which is supposedly the easiest one because it hits the latest.
Yeah. That's such a huge advantage of it.
But even then, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there you go. There's the big
That's the yeah, and then you can even if you don't get that, even if that's not your combo, like even if you're just going for like EX pinwheel or light pinwheel or fireball charge or anything like that, it's still pretty good damage off of an overhead that's unreactable, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still you can still use it even if the opponent might be crouch blocking. Like there's not a whole lot of risk on a knockdown to do something like this, and you might catch like a stand tag or something like that. And of course, Juri's unthrowable, and of course she's making
yeah.
tracks, although I don't seem to be getting it. I know this is once again much easier on some characters than others. Ah! I
Yeah,
jumped.
yeah, yeah.
I jumped the wrong way.
You see, one of the general rules about Juri is everything is character specific with this character.
Mm. Anyway, what else about dive kick? You can mash it out for more hits. This is usually not that useful. I know there are some scenarios where mashing is sort of the best outcome.
Uh, Going over fireballs.
Yeah, you
Throws
can't
the
always
corner
get
a
like
huge amount.
yeah. It gets huge corner carry. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
You can get all kinds. Even if they quick stand, you get like half. You get half the full width of the stage just immediately
Yeah.
off of one of those. And of course, Juri loves being far away from the opponent. Um, now this is the EX one, which just has a different arc than the regular one, and also you can mash it out. And when you mash it out, it has a wall bounce.
Well, you know the distance traveled is actually like the fireballs, depending on.
Oh,
which
you can
button
you can arc it with buttons. I thought that was only in Feng Shui. Is that in the regular one too?
Nope. It used to be in Feng Shui, and then they changed it universally now.
Oh, okay. I can see the differences. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't know that was universal now.
Yeah.
And then off of that, you can get like a 4-jump hard punch. You can get like a light or EX pinwheel. You can get an Ultra 2, which is sort of the main follow-up. There's a lot of stuff you can do there.
Yep.
That's all the practical stuff, though, I think.
Pretty much all the EX.
And I guess EX pinwheel too.
Now-
If you don't have Ultra and you have a lot, you need to kill the opponent. You can do like
Yeah.
a EX pinwheel. That's quite a lot of damage.
Another thing though that is kind of since they made the change to where it used to be that every time you did it, this
It would-
always came out for all of them.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
They changed it to where you can do like one hit, so it puts situations where you can be playing a person and you can do like a tiger knee and
Oh, does it not have a height restriction? Oh my goodness!
no. Yeah, right?
I didn't know that.
Sure, it's not Cammy distance, but
I didn't know that. That's really cool, actually.
well, okay, it has a hyper shift to it.
But it's very low. It's very low.
Also, it's easier. Okay, so with a brief explanation of the tiger knee dive kicks. You know, you've got to do the quarter circle back, and then you jump, and then hit the button within the first frames of jumping within a certain window, and then you get a tiger knee. You get a really low dive kick like that.
I didn't even know you could do it that low.
Now, yeah. Oh no, you can do it pretty low. Yeah. Now here's the thing though. Used to before Ultra, Juri could do a dive kick. We forgot to mention this. She could do a dive kick from jump back.
Yeah, now she can't.
no longer can.
EX you still can though, and that's important.
Now, EX you still can. So with a normal dive kick, to do a tiger knee one, it's twice as hard as doing an EX. So EX jump back or EX dive kicks, tiger knees are actually probably easier to do because you can flip them from up back.
Yeah. I was trying it for a second, I couldn't get it at all, and then I tried it for a second and got it every time, so.
Yeah.
Very useful, actually. If you
Yeah,
can go over like a crouch check with that, which is theoretically, you know,
Yeah,
not impossible.
Especially if say you set this up.
Yeah, and then people are teching imaginary throws, and then you're doing instant dive kick into Ultra. Yeah, super good. Super good mix-up, provided you get the combo.
Yep. So that's probably another thing that's worth mentioning, because like it's anything that you can dive kick into Ultra 2's huge damage.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good.
So that's about it for dive kicks.
Alright, so, parry? I know that they all send you in different directions depending on the move that hits you, and they are technically considered armored attacks, even though it's not explicitly armor. So armor breakers will break them. And Juri's dive kick is an armor breaker. Forgot to mention that, really important.
Yeah, for only armor break. Well, pinwheels can kind of be considered armor breakers.
Yeah, but good luck,
They
Red
break
Focus.
real fast, but not a true armor breaker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's mostly to make this not immediately destroyed by focus decks. But parry, go 3 different directions. A lot of people, I see people use it against fireballs, and I know that I can punish it against fireballs if I'm looking for it. So that might not be a super practical actual usage of it.
It's well, okay. So here's the thing with especially here, throw a fireball at me, and I'll parry it. It always goes the same distance. Okay,
Mm.
so let's say I'm this close. If you
And
throw a fireball at me, oops,
ah.
oh come on.
Whoa, you
So
went through
I'm
me.
behind you. Yes, yeah, I will travel through the character if I'm close enough. So if I'm at this distance and you throw a fireball, I should be right in front of you.
I see.
Okay, but so the problem is that it's punishable, right? But let's say you throw a fireball at this distance.
That's
You can actually stop right in front, whereas as such they think that they're gonna, let's say for example, Juri, you're gonna do a crouch light kick to punish it.
yeah.
If you space it right, you stop right, and the crouch light kick whiffs, you can reversal it.
That's not
Like
bad.
right there. Now you're going to have to absolutely practice the timing on getting it. So like stuff like that. But if I'm a little bit farther, okay.
Tagged.
So most people will wait until like
I'm
he's right
expecting
there
it, so
to start mashing.
that's helping me.
Yeah, if you're expecting it, yeah. But like I said, it's good for that. Like I need to do this crazy pull this cat out of the bag trick once.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
If you need to shock the opponent a little bit, pull out something
yeah.
really
Like
strange.
let's say you've been countering forward the whole time. Like I did it against a DJ player the other day. I was countering forward, and he kept like contesting it, and I finally just countered and then EX pinwheeled and ended up winning the round because it was counter hit as well. So,
And the
but
medium
that's it for the.
one, the medium
We'll
counter
go back.
goes back, right? Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's really good if only because it lets Jerry play major runaway.
Yep.
It
And
sacrifices a
the
lot of
heavy.
screen ground though, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. You want to keep your real
The
estate if you can.
Yeah, the heavy punch version will make you go up.
Interesting. It's not as good as the EX one though, right? Can you attack going down? Yeah, you can.
Yes.
So you can
Wait,
turn that into a dive kick, yeah.
throw a fireball at me.
Yeah, I see it. That's really useful.
And if you really good at it, you can get it like super low. Like you could not really tiger knee it. You still have to do two of the motions, but you can basically quarter circle back, kind of buffer it, hit your head punch, and then quarter circle back kick, and like you can almost instantly get hit by the fireball and tiger knee really quick. Which I need to test. Seems in theory like, hey, that's pretty good for meter building.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's two specials, so
Yeah.
it's kind
Um
of, it's interesting.
all right, so the more the I know that the regular parries are not super notable or useful in comparison, whoa, to the EX counter, which is sort of
Yeah,
frame one active, unlike the other versions, which means you can use it as an
there's
actual
yeah,
reversal.
it's not
Um,
even this frame one active. There's only one frame of startup.
oh yeah, well yeah. So
The others have got three, so it can be
you
beaten
can
out,
you can
but
use
that
it
one's only
quickly,
got
but
one.
not reversal quickly. Um,
No, you can. Well, wait, are you talking about the regular or the EX?
the regular.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't use it as a reversal.
Yeah,
EX you can.
EX you can.
Specifically, the biggest area where you're going to see it is Ibuki Vortex.
Yeah.
Ibuki out.
So you've
Because
got your after you absorb the media attack or whatever. Unlike the normal one, you hold the direction to determine a location that you go, and you actually have 5 points of travel instead of 3, right? So you can do here.
yes,
Throw me a fireball. You can
okay.
go diagonally uh, in either direction in addition to, and then you can still do your air normals, which is particularly useful. Here, hit me with a. I'm gonna counter. Do like a light punch or something.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah, just hit me. And you can get, using that two-sided jump hard kick, you can get a little bit of a surprising against people who haven't been exposed to it. Cross up overhead, which is of course and then you can combo out of it and whatnot.
Yeah.
I know that
Oh hell, you can just. I mean, it's a jump heavy kick. You
yeah,
can
it's a jump
combo
heavy kick. You
ultra
do
or
whatever
whatever
you
you want
want.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, essentially no. And the one of the really useful things about it is, of course, as you just said, the against characters like Ibuki and whatnot, Vortex characters, you can go in a direction that's different. You can't react to the counter and know where Juri's going, so you can kind of
Yeah.
get out of scenarios that are bad for her without having to
Yeah.
necessarily react to which.
Well, you can if they do the up forward here, up forward like oh wow. Are we back? Okay. So
Yeah,
up. So you're gonna go behind me.
yeah. Oh god, oh god. Oh, that was cool. Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
vulnerable. But what if I did
So
something
it's
like
still
this,
vulnerable.
right?
Specifically, if they're gonna Dudley like will if you try to do an escape, they'll jump and then jump back fierce, reuse anybody with a good juggly jump
Yeah, yeah, of
stuff
course.
like
But
that.
then there's
So
always
it's
the
not
risk to
fully
them.
invincible.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're only yeah.
there's
Go ahead.
always the risk to them that you could just go for like an away teleport or like a towards
Yeah,
teleport. So they're banking on a guess. So
yeah,
that's still it's still a really good reversal option. It's just not free damage for Juri or anything like that. She's
yeah,
very vulnerable. Um,
yeah.
all right, cool.
Some of the notes, as a change in Ultra, anytime she does any of her counters, she now takes white damage.
Yeah, yeah. She used to just get away scot free from, but
Yeah,
now it's like an
yeah,
actual absorb. So you can't do it if you have
yeah,
particularly low health, or else you'll just die.
yeah,
It's like a Goken's EX counter and whatnot.
yeah. So, but like Goken's EX counter, you can armor cancel specials at it.
Oh yeah, I've actually never even thought about that, but that totally works,
Yep.
doesn't
So
it?
here, do sweep me and then like do a
Media
jump
attack of
heavy
some
kick.
variety.
Yeah. Do a jumping attack. They're a little bit easier to
All
do.
right, yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
jump heavy kick.
Ooh, that was
Oh my
cool.
god, I cannot believe I landed that on the first time.
That was
I am
cool.
awesome.
Let me have a go with it. Here, do me.
Okay.
Oh god. How do you even get the reversal? Oh jeez. That's tight,
No,
isn't it? Hold
it's
on.
very it's a tight lane.
Oh, I got it.
Hey, no.
I do a lot of
Um.
executional stuff like this. I was trying to hold on.
So
Let me give it another go. Let me just try one other thing. Ah, jeez. Couple more tries. One more try. Ah. Oh well, I can't do it. I was trying ultra.
Oh yes, yes, you absolutely can ultra, and it will blow up a few things. So here's the thing: the armor cancel is good. It used to be the best way for Juri to reversal EX Pinwheel because before Ultra, she wasn't fully invincible.
Oh yeah, it would have
So
some invincibility, not enough to carry it through the hit. But
so
then
basically, if someone did a setup, you can trigger the armor, and then whatever move EX it would have beaten EX Pinwheel, you now get to EX Pinwheel after they've triggered it. It's already out there. The active frames are going to be too late now, and you get to reversal. Now that
yeah,
EX Pinwheel is invincible, you can kind of just roll EX Pinwheel instead of just having to wait for the armor cancel. But with the fireballs though, you basically, because they're so plush, you basically turn it into like a one frame wake up EX fireball. In
mm,
theory, I mean, obviously the frame data,
yeah, it's not
doesn't
gonna be
line
that
up and
quick, but
stuff like
it's gonna cut. It
yes,
might it's gonna be faster than you could normally do that. Here,
yeah,
do
exactly.
it's worth mentioning. I never actually mentioned, but EX Pinwheel, despite being her good reversal and whatnot, is actually not very
Yep,
fast. And if you want to do a reversal EX Pinwheel for me, it's that was kind of early.
it's safe jumpable. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very. I was a little late. It's very safe jumpable.
it's still a 7 frame normal.
Yeah,
Oops, I screwed it up
that
this
was a
time.
pretty good looking safe jump. There you
So yeah,
go.
it's still 7 frames, but it's just invincible through all of it. So yeah, it is safe jumpable. Yeah,
Yeah.
I completely forgot to mention that. But so yeah, with the armor cancel in there, EX Fireball is really good. You know where I see like a lot of Japanese players use that tech is people who try to chip her with a fireball, like say a Ryu or a Goken or something full screen, and they wake up and beat it out with an EX. So not only does that it absorbs the fireball in the counter, but you get to throw out a 2 hits EX
Fireball in
Fireball on
return.
top
Yeah,
of
I
it.
see it. Get
So
you a
let's say, for
very good wake up.
example, Guile. Yeah, Guile throws a fireball and he's trailing behind it. You wake up with armor counter EX fireball. You beat his sonic boom and you hit him advancing behind it.
Yeah, not bad. Very useful tech.
Yep. Something I absolutely want to tech, considering that you can armor cancel out with specials. I always want to know if you can armor cancel into another counter. Like in
That's
theory, it should work.
I don't know if you can do that because you have to
I don't
Kara.
know.
You can't Kara move into. You could definitely. Theoretically, two counters should be exactly the same place on a canceling on a Kara hierarchy, if you will.
Okay.
So theoretically, you can only do like what you're actually doing with an armor cancel is carring one move into another move, but no special move
Yeah.
cars into itself. So that should theoretically not work, unless you
Okay.
could do like normal into EX, but that wouldn't be useful because you don't get armor on the normal one, or you do, but you don't get it on the
Yeah.
first frame, which is the only frame you can Kara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And I've always wondered that. I was like, how sick would that be? Like, yo, let's see those times where
no,
that
theoretically it
perfect
doesn't
does
work.
like
Sorry, I've thought about the
just like
same thing
run and
myself.
it absorbs 2 hits.
um,
So, but no, it is still pretty useful. That's kind of on the advanced side of Jury tech there with being able to armor cancel, but it's still pretty sick tech.
yeah. All right, let's talk about her super, right? Because we've done all the special moves. Super is not a
Yeah,
whole lot to say. You can there's 3 different versions of it. It's down back motion, so you can easily cancel it from pinwheel. The light one stays in
yeah,
place. The medium one moves forward. The hard one moves back. It's important to do the hard one on a cornered opponent in some combos because, well, no, it's actually that important. But it moves you nice and far out, so all 6 fireballs connect and whatnot. Um, I'm dumb.
yeah,
Looks good. Oh, almost looked good.
yeah.
Um, and
That's
then
one of the advantages of it.
the depending on the combo, usually mid screen you want the medium run, right? Depending on the combo, you can do a lot
Yeah,
of. Um, it's not too hard to get the entire super either on a grounded or a standing opponent. Let me actually get a grounded combo here. There you
yeah,
go. It's you can land it in most of the scenarios where you can get juggles. It's very combo friendly. It might be too low. Yeah.
yeah,
But that works, right? Pretty sure.
yeah. It does. It works. It's still. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. So in terms of damage dealing, it works pretty much like any other super. You can end combos with it for very high damage. But Juri's meter is useful for a lot of other things, so you wouldn't necessarily be saving or storing for it.
Yeah, it's good. Specifically, the medium punch, because the supers. Oh, how many frames? Super is 1+8 for light and medium, 1+11 for the heavy kick because of the extra, 3 frames that they go back.
Yeah.
But stuff like, let's say, Rufus does Messiah FADC backdash. If you super it, you'll be able to catch him because the medium, if you use the medium kick version, because you will move forward to go with his backdash.
That's pretty good. That's real good on
Yeah.
paper.
So yeah, it's pretty good if you're good with that, or basically, I guess anybody that's kind of got a long animation type backdash that was negative
Yeah,
on the FADC part.
most backdashes are actually, especially after the -5 nerf, most backdashes are actually minus quite a lot, and a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
The range is the limiting factor on punishes. So if you have something
Yeah,
that goes
so-
really far, for example, Juri's
Yeah.
medium super, you can kind of surprise them with.
Forward.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that punished Ryu. Sure, you can FADC backdash, for example. Definitely Evil Ryu.
Okay.
Sure, you can FADC backdash. That would be a
No, it
punish.
is 1+8, so it is still. I mean, if they've got a fast moving, backdash,
Yeah.
it might not. But yes, in theory, that's actually a pretty decent punish if you're sitting on meter.
Yeah, and it punishes the release too if they like hold it, try and charge it. But the thing is, it doesn't punish the forward dash because that's only -5. It won't come out in time, and you have a hard time reacting. But most shotos, etc., won't be trying to do that if you're on your point and you're on your game on point, and you're actually punishing the -5 DPs. They're gonna want to FADC backdash. So Jury basically has a nice option to catch that, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's her super in a nutshell, right? There's not a whole lot to say about it. Just has high damage. You
not
can stick it to
really.
the end
I
of
mean,
combos.
anything that you can juggle for any of our other stuff, you can juggle.
Oh, yeah,
so,
jump in on me.
yeah, we don't have to go too in depth because we've already done it for everything else.
Hit me with it.
You can. I mean, you can do it off of this.
Yeah, hold on. Jumping in. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I got all the hits.
You
All right.
can
What were you
also
gonna
still
do?
do stuff like this.
Whoa.
Wow, a jump.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I dropped out of it.
So, yeah, but if you do it and don't release it.
Very
look at
good.
that. How crazy is that?
That's pretty useful.
It's so fun.
That was a.
But yeah, there's not really much else to say about the super.
All right, cool. Her Ultra 2, we've already been talking about quite a lot. It's the Ultra that's like other characters' Ultras. It's got a lot of setups. You can use it. It's got raw. It's got a decent hitbox, and it is invincible. So kindly jump in on me and pretend you don't have a dive kick. You can actually anti-air with it. I was way late. I was massively late. But it does work decently reliably because it goes. Ever since I think AE 2012, it's had a pretty consistent hitbox. It used to be very bad. I actually still missed it.
Actually, no, it still has a pretty bad hitbox. Anti-airing ability. Like as you saw, like that was.
That one was bad.
High,
Yeah, that was. It was actually too high. Let me find the range where it works. That was even higher, and I still missed it. I should
It's
get.
a
I'm trying to do it
bad
lower.
Yeah,
That might be it.
it's a bad anti-air.
I've played
Like,
a Juri who did this reliably against me, but I've never tried it.
I know. It works 1 out of 2,000 times, but
That
that
that might
one
be it.
time does not make
Hmm.
it worth it.
All right, take it back. Not a good anti-air ultra.
It's not
Um,
really a good anti-air.
I know. Yeah, it has combos for days though. From her dive kick,
God, yes.
it has combos from her like
Fireball
whatever
FWC,
focus,
yeah.
fireball,
Fireball charge.
fireball charge. For combos, we've pretty much covered most of the common setups, but both of us have made a video with the
only
uncommon
one,
setups.
do neutral jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. I remember that one actually. It's ultra. That's very particular, but not
Yeah,
not that it won't
it's
ever happen.
Jury's version of the snackish.
Yeah.
If you focus and get
Yeah, I see that actually. Yeah, you dash in as soon as you see the jump back, or even before you see the jump back, and then you catch that neutral jump with the same fierce.
So it's
That's pretty good. Yeah.
that's mind games, but yeah. Other than that, we've pretty much covered every other way to combo.
All right, so this is where things get a bit ridiculous. Is with feng shui. Basically, on paper, immediately you'll notice that Juri's forward dash, back dash, and dive kicks are completely retarded while she's feng shui. She has a very good approach, very quick foot speed.
Just to correct you, I don't think her backdash changes any.
Oh, her back dash is the same. Okay, yeah, well, whatever.
I think it's only the forward dash.
It's kind of a go-in move.
Yeah.
What am I? Oh, it's forward.
Why are you going back?
I forgot, even though I just did it. And then she's got increased. What's the thing about the dive kicks? I know that the EX dive kicks have the change thing now.
There's no increase. There's no change. Dive kicks are still the same.
Oh, okay, dive kicks are the same.
EX used to.
Yeah. But now EX is the same in both.
Mattered, but they ended up universally.
Yeah,
whatever,
not just in feng shui.
Yeah, it's not just in feng shui.
All right, and then apart from that, you have a Darkstalker style. Darkstalker style canceling hierarchy where you can cancel kicks into punches or punches into kicks of the same strength, and then into higher strength. So you can do like you can only do like strong. You can't do like strong forward, but you can do like strong forward fierce.
Can we set memory up in training mode?
No, it's not a feature here. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, or else it would be really nice.
That's the best thing they added to be able to train feng shui engine in this game.
Yeah.
Is it just set memory?
How about that? So there's an immediate, really useful change. You get that +6, and then you can do, hold on. Something like that. I didn't do the right combo exactly. But you can do like stand strong, low forward, stand roundhouse 2 hits into like, I don't know what the bread and butter combos are. I'm just making something up. But it would be something
Are we talking about from overhead?
Something like that.
That's typically the bread and butter. I actually have a video, I'll link it to you later, of max damage against certain characters, but it's usually...
Oh, the crouch fierce. You did an early cancel there on the stand roundhouse.
No, I didn't, and I'll show you why.
Does it fall out? I'm guessing it falls out.
A lot of characters it'll fall out. Crouch though.
Oh, okay.
Just to be sure. Oh, lag.
No, sorry. Let me have a go with it.
So yeah, if you do the second hit, it'll whip.
Okay.
I'm gonna crouch.
Oh jeez, I missed the medium kick.
Yep.
Oh, I did the sweep.
And you gotta stand. Yeah. Lots of ups and downs.
Very Darkstalkers.
Yeah. But this is high, this is low, so.
Oh yeah, there it is. Second hit whiff,
So,
no
yeah,
cancel.
Now there are characters that it does work on, but like I said, Juri's a lot of thing about Juri is everything's character specific with her. So for example, I know that Cody, you can get that full combo and 2 hits of the close heavy kick.
Not bad.
It's like 380 damage. It's crazy.
Not bad at all. And I know that I don't know if there's a difference with the startup of her close hard punch, but I know you can. All of her moves have juggle potential, right? When she's in feng shui, like you can juggle into stuff that you can't normally juggle into, or something like that. That are reels. Hold on.
Maybe not the lights.
Jump in on me. Or I mean, no, don't hold up.
Yeah.
There's some.
Hold up,
yeah, there's some trick here, but I don't remember what. I don't remember what.
Got juggle potential. Get your feng shui back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. I got it. What if I did like this? No, just stand still.
Oh, sorry. No.
So just
Now,
hard punch? What's the deal?
uh,
What's going on here?
now it does it with that, but oh come on, I hit that.
Oh, what the?
Only off of EX pinwheel.
Oh, in
EX
that case,
pinwheel
it's
is the
probably
one
it's
you gotta
probably
hit.
because they have like juggle potential of 1 or something like that, and this leaves in a
Yeah,
more than JP1 scenario. That's my best
yeah,
guess. So yeah, that makes
but that's
sense.
only in feng shui, obviously.
So let me have a go with a bread and butter feng shui combo. I don't have a bread and butter. You can start from lows really easily too. Not only like the overheads,
Yeah,
but like that's I did stand fierce, but
yeah. If you
that's
do the
like
light kick,
super common. And of course,
yeah,
if you end with the EX pinwheel, apparently, you can do stuff like
yeah.
and I still fucked it up. Hold on. And then I missed it. But you
Yeah,
can get like stand fierce,
yeah. Well,
stand
it's okay.
strong, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do strong. You can do close fierce. Um, what is it? I think he's strong and fierce.
I
I
tried
don't
to
think he can do any of the kicks.
I tried the fireball charge.
Well, okay. I don't think he can do the kicks in the corner like this. Try a heavy kick.
All right, it missed.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe only off of close fierce you can do a juggle off of that. You're not in punch anymore.
My feng shui went out. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
If you do the close heavy punch, then, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's off of the EX pinwheel. You've only got medium punch and close heavy punch. I think those are the only things that you can combo in the corner, obviously.
All right, yeah, corner only.
Yeah.
Very high damage on that close heavy punch though. Theoretically,
Yeah.
if you can hit it. I'm trying to plink it and I'm still missing it. It's
Yeah.
very tight. There it is.
There you go. It's almost late, really.
Yeah, and then I guess you can cancel that too into like fireball charge, right? I mean,
Yeah.
not it'll necessarily juggle, but like you'll get your fireball stock.
Yeah, you've got your fireball. Another thing that a lot of the mix-ups, I did this on a stream last night, but let's say you.
Ooh, yeah, the reset into the dash under. That's really good
So yeah,
because
you've
then
got
you could do
reset.
like your full combos there.
Yep.
Because her confirms are super easy, right? You could just do
Yeah,
strings.
it's Marvel, man. You just go at it.
Very interesting.
So,
That's good
so
if you
it
can do a
does.
cross under.
Yeah. Some of the other things to note is that it gives, like we saw, it gave the juggle property the EX pinwheel. It also gives juggle property fireball store. So, oops. Oh come on.
Do you like the medium fireball, or are you just trying to? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can actually
Juggle into the
it.
far medium kick. Ooh, whoa! You're already way ahead of me. The cross under. I was expecting just the juggle and that was that. But you've got the reset too.
It gets even worse. So you can. So that's the cross up, and then
Ooh, okay, there's a fake cross up.
yeah, basically you hold the focus just
Yeah, just a little longer.
extra frame or
Yeah.
so, and you stay in the.
Gonna be very difficult to react
So
to in the heat of the moment.
yeah, so with the fireball store, I don't know if it's that the store has less juggle properties or they give juggle properties to the normals.
I heard
Like I
juggle
said,
properties to the normals, but it's been
but then
inconsistent trying to test it.
exactly. So I think it has something to do with that. Another thing to notice or to note is that you can do stuff like this.
Oh yeah, stand hard. That's just a chain,
Yeah.
right? Just like a feng shui chain. Because cancel normals to
No,
normals.
that one was a chain,
That's what I
but
said. Oh, you mean it's not
yeah,
a chain?
but you can actually do a link
Oh, okay.
if you delay it. So I'm messing it up though. You can actually get the far heavy kick.
Ah, the far heavy kick.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
So yeah, you can do it. Maybe Juri doesn't work. Oh come on! I know I'm plinking. Come on. Okay. It may be Jury's got a weirder float.
I'll try and stand at
You
max range
can
at close
link it.
fierce. My plink game is on point. Maybe I can hit it. Yeah, it would help if I knew the timing.
Yeah. I think this might be a thing where Juri just isn't.
It's not conventionally. I'm trying to do it for
Yeah,
max range. It doesn't
yeah,
conventionally work on her.
yeah. It's possible.
Uh,
I do know, like, let's say Rufus, you
is
can
he,
actually do Feng Shui Engine inside it. You can do the close fierce, stand heavy kick, and then do a fuzzy guard jump medium punch after it.
mm,
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
quite good
crazy.
then. Uh,
Especially if you like got meter, hit him with that reset, do the fuzzy guard super off the dive kick. Yeah, it's like a stupid amount of damage.
is there
So
anything
yeah, it does have a.
is there anything
Sorry,
really
go ahead.
big to talk about with feng shui that we haven't already briefly discussed? I
Um,
I know the reset potential's through the roof, the overhead low potential's through the
yeah.
roof, the offensive rush down potential is through the roof, and I know there's a lot of room for creativity, both with like feng shui engines stacked with fireball like storage. You can do some
Yeah, I
pretty
was just about to say corner damage just becomes like if our corner damage pressure wasn't already bad enough, it becomes like ungodly. And I mean I am using that in almost a literal sense. It becomes ungodly the pressure that you can put out with feng shui. Like for example, um here, get in the corner. Another thing is since you've got to consider that everything special cancels, so block this. You can
oh god,
oh
my bad. The
sorry.
sweep. Yeah,
You
that's
can cancel sweep into fireball. Like
mm.
it becomes ridiculous.
All right.
The amount of
So
pressure you can put in.
I normally say this right at the start of the video, and I didn't because I have no idea. How would you
Yeah.
divide her matchups by Ultra? Is it just jury preference, or is it like
Um, well really it typically falls. Okay, so here's the thing. I think, and there's other people that I've talked to about this. Specifically, I even went into in depth with Justin Long, Craymore, who is
yeah, he's a
the
good
I'm
jury
playing
player.
right
I've
now
seen
with
him.
Jury, Alioun, Weirdo Neo, and stuff like that. It's kind of universally agreed that potentially Ultra One is the best Ultra in Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
Now, potentially, this is because of the reset potential and all that, but you've got to be at the highest of level to be able to read players and stuff like that. Because you can literally, off of one reset, knock out 800 damage. You can just rip through people's health bars. So
Yeah.
potentially, assuming that you've got the reads, the right times, the execution, stuff like that, it is the best ultra in the game and has the highest potential for beating people. That said, though, it's still potentially. It's not a guaranteed thing. So Ultra 2 is still good against people, specifically matchups where getting in and pushing a bunch of buttons, for example, grapplers, you don't really ever want to use Ultra 1. They do give more, like if you, especially if you're good with the feng shui links, you can actually get some really sick stuff off of it. But typically, those matchups you want to go with Ultra 2. Because you have a better chance of laning it because you want to. It kind of counteracts the zoning game that you're wanting to do against grapplers by going Ultra 1. Because
Yeah.
then when you go Ultra 1, you can go in. Now, obviously, there is nothing in the game that says you have to go in and go crazy with Ultra One, so you can use it as a mind game. Like I'll see a lot of jury players activate Ultra One and then let the people backdash and put themselves in the corner, which
Quite
is what they've
useful.
been
Yeah.
avoiding the whole game. So if you use that to your advantage, it's why that's why you don't see a lot of Ultra One stuff in tournaments, and when you do, people go crazy because I think a lot of people use it wrong. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people don't fully understand what you're capable of doing with Ultra One. It's not just button, 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 button. It can be,
It,
but it isn't that. It's more of a mind game. Like I said, I mean, you want to backdash 4 times to get away? Great. Put yourself in the corner. You've been wasting 60 seconds trying to avoid that same situation. My feng shui one's out, and now you're in the corner.
it's definitely one
So,
of the ultras with the highest potential in the game. Yeah, I can see that
yeah.
immediately.
So, but certain characters, like for example the fuzzy guard characters, Ultra Two might be a better preference to go against them because you've got the potential to do the fuzzy guard jump lead punch dive kick Ultra Two. But as I said at the very beginning, Jury's one of the characters that I believe double Ultra could potentially work the best.
Yeah.
Like you could almost go either one. If you're comfortable with your feng shui, man, you can blow people up. If not, she's got 12 different ways to hit Ultra 2, so you could go with that.
You
I
could
don't
really use
think
it, yeah,
either of yeah,
whichever scenario
they're
you enter first. Like it's like,
yeah, they're
oh, either
typical.
I don't get an ultra setup and then I feng shui, or I do get an ultra setup and I can just ultra too.
Yeah, there isn't a bad choice. I mean, sure, like I said, against grapplers, Ultra 2 is more preferred, but you can still go Ultra 1.
Mm.
So yeah, there's really no general preference. Most, I would say though, starting out for Jury players, Ultra 2 is probably the one to go to because Ultra 1's so just complex and on a different level of thinking, like just to be able to do everything, that Ultra 1 is usually a little bit considered more advanced.
Yeah, I can see that immediately.
Yeah, which is why the high level Jury players almost only ever play Ultra 1.
Let's let's talk combos. There's not a whole lot. I only want to go over like the very basics, like how to just
Okay,
do. Um,
basics.
I see that one a lot.
That's your basic.
Low short, low
Um,
short, low short into medium pinwheel.
yeah. Into the medium pinwheel, like we said.
Ugh.
If you go into, actually, you know what? I don't even really use it as my bread and butter much lately because
That combo?
I'll do something like that. And that was that. By the way, that was heavy. Did that combo? Because I did heavy kick.
I missed it actually. I did hard. I mean, I did medium right there.
Yeah.
I did medium
So
then
yeah.
hard. Hold
So usually, yeah. Go ahead.
on. Hard did not combo.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wait. But I'll do. That's usually my personal bread and butter. Just simple, basic, boom, boom, boom.
I see it.
I feel it's a little bit easier to hit that than three crouch shorts.
Mm. Is that even? Is that a? That
Yes.
might be one.
No. Yeah, you can
I
check
got it.
that. Yeah. So the three crouch shorts, obviously the first two shorts are going to be a chain. The last one is going to be a link.
Yeah.
So that's why I always feel that doing crouch short, stand short, crouch short seems to be an easier time for me. On top of that, it does more damage by duty because, this is something I completely forgot to mention about Juri.
Yeah.
General rule for normals. Punches do more damage than kicks. Standing does more damage than crouching.
Punching more than kicks, standing more than crouching. All right. So
Yeah.
standing strong is your friend.
Which is kind of weird considering how most people are like Juri's all about kicks. But no, the punches do more damage than the kicks.
They just say
With
that
the
because she's got 4
exception of-
kicks.
Yeah, with the exception of like that. I'm pretty sure all the kick or oh no, I'm sorry, it is right. Yeah, forget that. But yeah, they generally do more damage than the kicks. There may be a rare exception where something like that works better, but yeah. So,
Huh.
so that's why, like I said, standing does more than crouching. So that's why I think crouch short, stand short, crouch short is a little bit better of a combo.
There's a nice
So
bread
yeah,
and butter.
yeah, that's generally what to do. Oh, I didn't even mention this earlier as far as normals. Normals that force stand. That forces stand now.
And then crouch
That
fierce.
forces stand.
This art?
So
Oh,
those two
okay.
normals.
So if
Yeah.
you've got a crouching opponent
So
where
here,
you're
I'm holding down forward right now.
yeah. That works, but if I did let's say that, it doesn't.
Yeah. So and also close medium kick now forces stand
Yeah.
as well.
And that's new. Hold on, I've got medium kicks my medium fireball. What can I even go for?
Gotta get.
Let's do hard.
Um,
Hard works. Here.
No, just here, hold down forward on me.
Okay.
So.
Oh god, oh god. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh my god. So whoops. Wow, I had let go of that button ages ago. So.
Yeah, I see it.
Got that.
That combo doesn't normally.
Now tall character only, obviously, but the forcing stand is kind of nice because you can pick up like oh come on.
Oh yeah, I see.
Stand now.
Yeah.
So now you've got the you've got the jab and the crouch fierce potential.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The jab is your friend.
Yeah. Jab it's +7. It's your friend. The longer you can hit that, the better. So that's another thing I forgot to mention in the normals because it was kind of recently added.
Yeah. Easy to forget.
It still goes along
So there's a couple confirms, and I guess this is I don't know. What's
it's a pretty good confirm. I mean,
what else do you have in terms of confirm options?
Typically, so this right here block.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. So that's 2 frame traps. But
It's also a combo.
It's also a combo. So that's a good hit confirm. Most people will go crouch short because it might force them to block low, and if they get hits, they're standing. So they go for the stand jab. And then once you go to the stand jab, you've got the option of doing any of the medium buttons or crouch fierce. So
That's quite good, yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a combo.
And there's your optimized Difficult combo.
There you go. Now that combo is character specific, although character specific on like 80% of the cast, so there's like 20% it doesn't work on.
It's quite difficult though.
So that's hit confirming. Obviously, if you've got a fireball, it really ups your hit confirm potential.
Yeah, every hit becomes
Yeah.
potentially a big combo.
Yeah. So you've got sweep, far. Yeah, you've got all that. So that's definitely good for hit confirming as well.
And then for punishes, there's Ultra 2, there's Crouch Fierce Hard Pinwheel, there's EX Pinwheel combos, I suppose. How much damage does that offer ever? Well, that's 140. What's Hard Pinwheel? Is it 180? So maybe in some scenario you use the bar to get the extra 40. Probably not usually though.
Depending on the type of punish, you can go for stuff like.
Yeah. Oh. Very
like
difficult.
That actually does like 700 stun too.
Oh my goodness. I'd crouch. I'd stand fierce.
Okay, so here's the thing. You've got to FADC the second hit.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just.
Yeah.
I did that.
So that's what. And actually, I'm seeing a lot of Japanese players specifically.
Yeah, close strong for the reliability.
And it's actually pretty good damage.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me check just raw and raw. There's a 240 for no meter. And once again, I canceled early. And once again, I should cancel with the light pinwheel. And I screwed it up. Yeah?
Canceling with light pinwheel, you will only have 3 frames of advantage. You can only combo off of the medium punch.
That's all I need.
Well, I'm sorry, you can do it off of the
boom,
medium,
354.
The light kick you can do it off the light kick as well, but if you're going light kick and you want to go for anything else, you're going to have to go for stand jab, then you're going to have to go for something else, and you're kind of throwing too much scaling into if you're going to be going for a pinwheel at the end.
Yeah.
That right there is about the most optimized max damage you could be going for. Because you add anything. Actually, here's something. So charge a fireball.
Oh.
Do medium kick, fireball, FADC, crouch fierce.
Like that?
Yeah, but do heavy kick pinwheel.
Oh yeah.
And go for the whole combo. Because I want to show. Okay, so that's 288, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you can hit the 1 frame, do it again. Except when you FADC, do stand jab, crouch fierce.
Stand jab, crouch fierce.
Yeah, see if you can hit that 1 frame.
288.
288. So here's where I was saying earlier about how pinwheel adds so much of the scaling. That right there is around where you're teetering. You don't really, if you're going to be ending a combo into pinwheel, you don't want to go with too many normals.
I see.
Specifically for that reason. Yeah.
All right.
So,
I think we've.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else you've forgotten. This is normally where I stop.
Oh man, there's so much about the character. I mean, I may remember. Oh, I should have said this. If so, I'll send you a message.
Let's.
Yeah, I mean,
if you remember anything serious, you could probably comment it in the YouTube video. But apart from that, this is just supposed to be like a real fundamental how to Juri.
It's still how long did this lesson?
Oh, dude, honestly, my videos from Twitch cap out at 2 hours, so this is probably gonna be a 2-parter, which has only happened once before.
Yeah, like this character, there's a lot to take in with this character. It's the reason why you don't see her much at high level. It's very, very complex and a lot to deal with. So yeah, you were like, yeah, we'll do it for an hour. I was like, no, it's not going to be an hour.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and on top of that, because I noticed I saw you typing up your notes. I'm still typing up notes for even more in-depth stuff that I didn't want to just go over and rattle on and on and on. So I might be able to add something in there as well.
Yeah, I'll do plenty of research when it comes to the Juri tutorial when that's gonna come around. That's gonna be one of the close ones. That's gonna be probably one of the next 3. So this has been immensely helpful for me in order to make that, and it's also gonna be immensely helpful for anyone who watches it. And I'll make sure to throw some love your way in the credit.
Sure, man. Sure. I love teaching people Juri.
Great.
I really do. She's a fun character. She really is. I mean, she's a fan favorite. She was a great addition as far as like character.
Definitely, her character design is excellent. Oh, you might not know about this, but do you know that Juri is actually a subtle jab at SNK? Every character in King of Fighters, etc., who has been Taekwondo has been very righteous, especially of course Kim, who's sort of the main one.
Yeah.
is just supposed to be complete lawful good, and
Yes.
Juri is supposed to be um, evil as a kind of
Pure evil.
vague parody of that. And
Well,
also,
well, she's
Kim
yeah.
has, I think, one punch and three kicks for his normals. And of course,
Yes.
Street Fighter's classically used six buttons. Juri has two punches and four kicks. Her hard punch functions as
Yes.
a kick visually. So it's
Yeah.
she's full of little cute little King of Fighters
And
references.
then and what I was saying, that I can't remember who it is, but that's SNK as well.
There's I
Her
can immediately think of a character. I think Hotaru, who isn't even Taekwondo, but Hotaru has very similar animations to
yeah, yeah.
Juri. I think it's Hotaru. It's Gato's sister. I don't remember her name.